disappointed speeches.
Also, I'm relatively certain the first thing that came in there was just you donut. Anyways.
Tomato!
Yeah.
Tomato!
Oh, yeah.
Tomato made everything worth it.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Oh, it went off without a hitch this time. Look at that. The opening played properly because I have one button to turn all the audio off. I have one button to record, and then I have one button to do the stuff. It's us! We're back!
We.
Hooray.
Oh my god.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing fine.
I'm pretty good.
It's the we the us. So it's us. Welcome back to Nat19 Vestige of Ophiuchus Campaign 1, The Cauldron, session 134. We're still in the Cauldron. We've been here for like 200...
Oh no, he's dead. Oh no.
Logan then proceeded to die.
Look at me. I am the DM now.
Wow.
Oh, what happened?
I guess this was us striking back.
Oh my
and
god,
Logan.
Logan.
All everyone dies.
Ever
Jeez.
burp so hard it fucking renders your soul out of
Okay.
your body?
Ate your crepe way too
Hello.
fast, huh?
Hello. Yeah, I might have eaten my
Hi.
crepe way too fast.
Oh, no.
So anyways, it's us. Hi. It's us. We're here, and we're gonna be playing some D&d today. I don't think we have anything really to announce, per se. Oh, you know what I am gonna do? Give me like half a second here. One moment. Everyone stay there. I'm gonna keep talking as if I stop talking, it's going to like stop the stream. Like the stream's just gonna disappear if I stop talking. Because everybody in it only exists as long as I'm paying attention to them. So I'm just gonna keep on jabbering until I put my headset back on, which locks them back into existence. I'm back. Okay.
What do you guys do
Jabba
whenever
jab.
we're in the void, whenever he's not talking?
It's a good question.
I just had to open my doors because it's a little bit warm in here. It's us. So, last time, I am inclined to do the recap, but since the party was split down the middle, part of me kind of wants to hear one side give a recap and then the other side. Well, you guys were all there though, weren't you? We didn't separate you into different calls.
No, everyone was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you all know what happened.
Yeah, everyone's fully aware.
Yeah. Okay, so last time on Nat19, the party continued to explore the underground area that they had unlocked by pursuing and completing the puzzle that the family had tried to use to trap the highest standard. As they went down, they found a large ancient area built by the Nephilim similar to the vault in Summergrass, and when they proceeded forward, found a control station that was mostly broken, but head underneath it, I don't remember. Did Diane tell you guys what the name of those things are?
What things?
The
name?
big old
I
teleport glass
don't-
circles. Did she mention the name? I don't want to drop
No,
it.
I don't
Okay.
think
Did
she
not.
was that
I'm not gonna.
specific.
All right, I'm not gonna say it then. It's big
We
old
just knew- we just
avoided
knew we'd
saying anything
seen them.
important.
scrying
Yeah, we-
teleportation circle.
We knew we'd seen them, but no names.
The thing that you guys have bumped into several times, but you've not been told what they're called. She used one of those from wherever she is to project a hologram of herself that could interact with the facility and opened a gate farther inside. When you guys proceeded in, you found a small three-pointed object that contained a gemstone that you have decided is probably a primal gemstone, but as you tried to retrieve it, an Emberwing Deva descended from the Beastlands in service of Lushu to protect it. You guys fought this angel, Photia, and defeated them, but it did not come at no cost. Fenris did lose their life in the process, but were revived. Following this, Nimrick gave, if I recall, the device, this badge-like three-pointed star, which is called a PML. That was given to Flux, if I am recalling correctly, and Nimrick kept the gemstone, which was a tanzanite. A lovely little indigo-colored gemstone. Tanzanites are actually very nice. I like them a lot.
If I haven't given it over to him, I will basically immediately be doing it.
Sure.
the little three-prong thingy.
The PML.
Yeah.
Cool.
And from there, you guys proceeded back and went back up to the surface to reunite with the others. And that is effectively where we left off. You guys were waiting in the above, in the chamber above. The last thing I recall, and you guys can tell me if you want to interrupt this to do something else, is you guys were heading from the downstairs area back up to the surface.
I believe so, yeah.
Didn't we
'cause
already
we had
get
gotten everybody together. No, we were still underground in a storage area. We're leaving now. We're getting out.
We had gone inside the house. outside, and we were, I think, getting ready to. No, we weren't getting ready to. Oh yeah, because we haven't slept yet. We were all fucked up. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were getting ready to actually properly rest finally.
Yes. Yes, we were.
Well then.
Yeah.
You guys can do as you wish. Alrighty. Let's see. Is there anything you guys want to do immediately as you start? Is this an attempt at a long rest?
It will be, yeah.
Okay.
I would like it to
With the knowledge
be.
that you guys are trying to do that, is there anything you guys would like to do during that period?
Do some identifying on the stuff we picked up.
Oh,
Sure.
As a point of order, I'll tiny hop where we can.
I would like to try to steal the fucking supposed primal gemstone off of Nimrick, please.
ooh.
Oh yeah?
Go ahead.
Demand
All
it.
right. Avi, if you're going to try to do this, I would like you to roll a sleight of hand contested by Nemrick's passive perception.
The rogue is Rogan.
Oh no.
Beat my passive. Oh fuck, you did.
That tracks.
Shit.
Proficiency, bitch.
As you go and you try to search him, you would definitely have seen him put it away at one point. As you go to search him and try to pickpocket it off of him, you unfortunately find that it does not seem to be on him anymore.
What the fuck? What did he do? Says Nimrick
no.
out loud.
I'm not evil.
Nemrick looks down and sees like Avi's hand in his pocket, and with her there, just starts laughing maniacally.
Just look down.
Big Invader Zim energy.
What's he doing?
Yeah. What is happening?
What you looking for, Avi?
Oh, you just had a little dust on your wing, that's it.
I'll take care of that, thank you. I just kind of wipe my hand on my wing and walk away.
The fuck
What?
you do?
Why are we beating around the bush? You, Jem, give.
What?
You don't have autonomy here. Hand it over.
You took the gem?
Yeah, he's the one who grabbed it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
What's
gem.
happening?
Oh, yes, of course. Why are you all staring at me?
Hand it over.
Oh, it's, he starts, like, patting himself down. Doesn't seem to be here. Odd.
May
Where
I
did I put
insight?
that?
Well,
Sure, go ahead.
listen here, you son of a bitch. Liar,
He's-
liar, pants on motherfucking fire.
I think we all know he's lying.
He's being very obvious about
Yeah.
lying, yes.
That's true.
Sure, yeah.
Question is what he did with it.
Yeah, I guess I'm looking for tells, if anything. But should I still roll, or shall we nix it?
If you just decide you think he's lying, then you can just decide you think he's lying.
I'm gonna cross my arms.
I think the issue here is that if you rolled insight, I don't think he would care to roll deception back at you. So
That's fair. That's entirely fair.
Well, I
Nimrick.
mean, it could be just about anywhere, but that does
Nimrick.
bring up a point.
Hand it over, please.
I wish I could, but you all know why I'm here, right?
You're here to keep me alive. And that's it.
That's true, and I intend to do so, but I can't just overlook something like that.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry you don't have the option.
Nimrick,
I
we
do
have-
have, however, a little bit of, something to speak with all of you about, if you don't mind.
I have drawn Vox Victoria.
Oh.
I'm gonna sit down.
I'm just letting you know that once I let you know this, maybe the gym will pop up. Or whatever that was.
You can't pretend it's something that's beyond your ability to ignore and also pretend like you don't know what it is.
Well, my ability to ignore it is actually completely determinant on your all answers to what I have to say. All of you have been very welcoming, but also very cautious, and I do understand it. And I would just like to bring up that throughout our adventures, throughout everything, my absolute first priority has always been to make sure that each of you get out of everything as well as you could. That is my job, after all. And as we just saw, he's gonna eye Avi. I don't think that things are working out too well when it comes to keeping everything cordial. You guys have, on several occasions, talked several times about using some god-destroying weapon on my lady. And
That entirely depends on her.
Oh, no. No. You see, it entirely depends on you, Miriam. Because I have an offer for you. And once I've said my offer, and once you've all given me an answer, then we will see where things go from there. I have to stay here, obviously, no matter what you tell me, or no matter what thing you give me. And again, once I explain things to you, that gem will appear. But I'm on your side. I am. More than any of you want to believe, I do enjoy your company. And I wish there was any other way that I could bring this up without you. I do not wish for this weapon to be used against my lady. I do not wish any of you to be put in a position where you can't fight the person that has this weapon, however, as well. These constelliquaries are yours. By all rights, I've seen how you all use them. You all use them magnificently. My lady is not omniscient. She can't see everything. That's why I'm here. I'm here to watch you. And I think I've done a fabulous job so far. But we were put in a situation not long ago where we were in a completely disastrous place that no one could fathom. And perhaps you lost your constelliquaries there. Perhaps you didn't.
You want to lie to Lady Fury.
And perhaps, when we went down into that place right there, we found nothing. No constelliquary. Motion's over to Flux. No. What was it again? Jimmy. It's just leaving my mind every second as I think about it. Perhaps.
Do you mean to imply that we haven't considered lying to her about losing our constelliquaries?
I don't think that you have considered much about my lady. I am offering you one thing for another. If you bring my lady to here, I will offer her the one thing I know out of everything we've obtained she will be very interested in seeing. He holds up the rod that he had gotten.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a constelliquary, but it is an artifact of the Hells. And unfortunately, while we were there defending Miriam, defending all of you, we lost those which she had her eye on, unfortunately, when we have not found any more. But she will want this. I will tell you that. That is why my eyes lit up whenever I had seen it. If you bring my lady to you before we see this weapon, and not a minute after, I will promise you that not only will I not fight alongside of her, not only will I not want her to fight you, and I will try my best to talk her out of it, just like you would, of course, do so as well. But I will not tell her anything of the items you hold. I have something I want to go and do. I have a couple of people I want to check up on. I don't have time for your weapon, and I do not want it to be used on my lady. That is my offer. Bring her here at some point before we see this weapon, and I will convince her that nothing you all have on you is of any worth.
God, you're stupid. You
You
really
really
think
think
a being like
yeah.
Fiona's gonna be fooled by your bullshit?
He
I
shrugs.
was gonna say that too.
It does seem unlikely.
It seems
I just
highly
realized Flux is in the
unlikely.
hat. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah! He's the only one.
We had
A good
talked
boy.
about it beforehand, and I was just like, should I get the hat off? And they're like, yeah.
I'm sorry. I just saw it. No, I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
Like,
It
even
does
if you're
seem
not
unlikely.
lying to her, go.
The gods,
Oh.
as well as other beings out there of great power, they have little worry in a lot of mortal life. Little care in a lot of things such as that. I think that you all understand that if she wanted to know everything about you and she was omniscient, then she would be here. She would not need me to be here, would she?
You're her servant. You think she doesn't know everything you can do? How the hell are you hiding it anyway?
Nimrick,
I have never lied to her before, and this is not something I'm offering lightly.
Do you think
I
we are
do
in a
not.
place to negotiate
I am.
with Fiona?
I do. I've said this several times, but my lady is very truthful in what she had said. And I was given to you as a show of good faith, and as a way to keep him alive. I do
still
not
feel that-
say I do not say I'm lying to my lady lightly. I do not say that at all. I'm not saying that this is something that normally would work, but I have never in my life lied to her. She will believe me.
Why now?
I-
Go ahead, Flux. You've been trying to speak for a moment.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I have to say, I could be mistaken, but I don't even think whether she believes your lies would factor into it. Far lesser beings than her have been able to detect the consiliquaries when they are in their direct presence. I don't believe there's any reason to think that she wouldn't be capable of the same once we summoned her.
She cannot. Before she had been able to see them, Miriam is not hiding his motions to him. Again, they are very powerful artifacts, and they are interesting. But they're not that interesting to beings outside of this realm. They are just neat. And we would like them. For our own benefits, of course. I don't think that once she sees this, and she doesn't see those, and she knows that I have never, and would never, lie to her, that she will take a second thought on it. That is what I truly believe.
If I recall correctly, Serio no Tenkai expressly said it won't work. Is this what he was referring to? Because if so, I'm in agreement with him.
This only came about because of that thing we just found. I am taking it as a sign that I can finally go and do what I wish to do. I'm telling you now, Aviana, I desperately want to make sure where I want to find Wrench. That is it. I know that your dragon said he could help him, but Wrench and Togechi are out there and I want to go and find them. That is the most truthful I can be to you right now.
And this is your way to do it?
It's my way to end my current engagement so I can go and do it.
I don't think this is gonna work. It's not going to work.
Like, Nimrick, I do appreciate you like trying to be on our side and stuff like that, but it just kind of sounds like you're gonna say to her, "Oh, they're not really that special," and she could just be like, "Well, disagree, Nimrick." You know?
What I'm offering to you is for you to hide them.
Both.
Yeah.
What I'm offering to you is for you to hide them before she shows. We tell them that they're not here. I give them a account of Honokuni, and then they understand that at least they can get something out of it. Something that they have been interested in. Something that I, as soon as I saw it, was extremely interested in. Not to mention, if you all have any information on whatever this Diane is doing, I'm sure she would not like the idea that someone is out there with a weapon that could potentially slay her. You have more than what you think you have. You have many bargaining tools at your disposal. If you choose not to believe me, that's fine. Again, that thing, whether or not it slips my mind or not, will show up as soon as we are done talking.
Where does us being able to get Quintus back factor into your plan?
All you would need to do is convince her that this is something worth taking, and I believe that it would be. I will hand this over to Miriam, and he will hand it to her.
Miriam, what were the specifics of your contract?
Once
I'm
she
not so sure they want
appears,
to make amendments.
if she requests anything of me, either a task or obviously handing over any items, I must also answer truthfully any questions. I would be in breach of contract if we did this.
Exactly. And that
If she
forfeits
asks
both
you-
yours and Quintus's souls.
If she asks you for the Constella queries, yes, but she will not.
Oh yeah?
She will not.
But what if she were to ask something like, do you have anything that you think is more valuable than this rod that you could give me?
I do not believe she would ask. However, if she does, then at that point, that is the gamble that I am giving you. This is a way for you to keep your items, not have to die to Fierna, and for me to not have to kill you. Because if she asks me to, I will have to fight you.
You will have to fight us, but you will not kill us, Nimrick.
Yeah, I mean, you died the most out of all of us, so, you know.
That's true. I do not like my chances by myself. I do not believe that I will be by myself, however. Not only have all of you saved me, you have also saved Legion, and my lady will also be there. Think on it, is all I'm asking. This is something that I want you to do before we see anything about this weapon. Because as soon as we get to that, this deal is off the table. I will not allow anything to happen to my lady. Even if it is you the ones who do it. I do like all of you. But you have said many things to me, especially recently, that have made me worry for my lady's safety as well as my own. I listen, and I remember. That is my job. And I've grown to like all of you.
You guys are in the
All I will
house,
say.
right?
Tiny hut.
Yeah, I would assume so. Tiny
Yeah.
hut
Tiny
inside
hut.
the house.
We're in the like the back shed where we were in the tiny hut.
You're in the wait, so you're in the house in the tiny hut, or are you outside in the shed in the tiny hut?
We had said we left the shed, so I'm guessing we're in the
Oh,
house.
okay.
Yeah.
I missed that. That was on
So
me.
are you guys just like in the main room of the house in the tiny hut?
Yeah.
Okay. Miriam and Nimrick. I'd like you two to roll me perception.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
What color is your tiny hut right now, by the way?
Purple.
Tiny hut. It'd be probably a blue.
Okay. Okay.
Blue. Oh no. Uh-oh.
Okay. High enough for both of you to see it. As Nimrick finishes this, his last thought when he says that that's all he has to say, it is somewhat punctuated by Nimrick something catching your attention. Miriam, yours as well. The rest of you don't quite catch whatever this is. You see, or rather, Nimrick, you hear first what sounds like the clattering of armor, of various pieces of armor, shifting in the direction of one of the door that is partially blown out around the edges, but it's a stone building, so it survived the fireball well enough. But you hear something and just instinctively turn to look over in that direction just in time to see what appears to be some large, standing tall enough that their shoulders and head are above the door frame. Humanoid figure of some kind, very muscular, wearing armor only on the lower half of their body and their arms, exposing what appears to be a intensely muscular, scarred chest that, at best you can tell through the hut, is itself of a bluish color, passing by the doorway, with this red cape fluttering behind them. And the motion of this movement tells you, Nimrick, that whoever this was had been there for some time, completely undetected, and that they were turning to seemingly overly casually leave. Miriam, you also catch this through Nimrick looking, and you only catch this in that you see this figure, this blue-skinned figure with what appears to be golden plate armor, shifting away. You pretty much just see the fluttering of the cape as it vanishes, and then seemingly almost immediately the sound of this armor moving is gone. As soon as they're out of sight, you cannot hear the clatter of their armor moving again.
You'll rush to the door to see them, but then notice that they're probably gone.
Yep. As you go out, you push your way out through the door, out of the tiny hut, out of the door, and look around. You don't see anything. You don't even see footprints from this 8-9 foot tall entity. There should have been something left behind. You don't even see any marks on the ground.
We were heard.
Watches the watchers, Nimrick.
No, that was not anything of mine.
The rest of you, even those of you that were looking towards the door, you wouldn't have seen anything.
interesting.
Nimrick,
Yeah.
roll me religion.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
Goddamn.
Something you saw. Seems very distinct in your mind. Whatever it was you saw, it gives you the same feeling as any time that you might have been around archfiends, around your lady, around Seiryu no Tenkei. What the feeling left behind in the presence of this thing fills your mind with the same sense of mythology, of mythological importance that many greater beings have. Whatever it was, it might have been something about their armor, It might have been something about an emblem that you briefly caught on the back of their cape. Something about them is distinct enough that you try to grasp for it, but you cannot put your finger on it.
He'll make his way back inside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that I'll be able to find them if I couldn't see them moving around about before we caught the last glimpse of them. Unfortunately, they're gone.
We're in no shape to deal with whatever that was anyways. Look at us.
Yeah, you all kind of look bad.
Mean
Fenris.
bitch.
Yes.
In the back of your head, you hear the voice, or what you recognize to be the voice of Mercury. As you hear, in light of recent disturbances, the Tribunal wants to hear what you have to say. Come to the Sun Keep tomorrow at noon, please.
Oh.
As you receive the first message of a sending spell.
You can reply to this message.
It's true, you can.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Mercury. I will let everyone know. Fenris Selveron. Not Fenric.
Dude. You just sign it like an email?
So cute. Do you think Fenris has had the well, it's a 3rd level spell. I could take it next time I take a long rest.
Yeah, just take static instead of revivify. It'll be fine.
Good call,
Holy
Logan.
shit.
I agree. Since I don't need Revivify.
Fenris looks almost relieved that there's a new topic to bring up. She'll straighten up and chirp. The Tribunal wants to meet us and talk. Tribunal.
Try what?
They've
Tribunal.
Tribunal. Sorry, it has been a day.
Clearly.
They bit their tongue.
But the Tribunal wants to talk to us at 12 tomorrow at, what was the place, Logan?
The Sun Keep.
The Sun Keep.
That makes
Do
sense.
we know where that is?
Oh yeah, it's been pointed out to you since you've been here. It is the large castle like structure that is on the cliffs that overlook Pesadromos.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
that is good
Gotcha.
news.
I'll leave
Alright.
it at that for today. Think on it, please. Flux, it's in your pocket. He'll sit down.
What is the... Look in my pocket.
You reach into your pocket, the tanzanite's there.
Oh. What did you...
We had a lot
That was
of time
very
while we had a lot of time while they were messing about with trying to get Vogan's attention, and you were just looking at that thing. So
I see.
he sits down.
Unsettling.
You ever consider being a bard? I think they'd love those kind of tricks.
Since you've been around, I've actually been thinking about it a bit. There's a lot that I'd like to do after this.
If you live.
I've died before. Isn't that scary?
Cut stuff
You
up
woke
in
up
the
screaming from the last
Yeah.
time.
Bringing me back is the scary part, Flux! There was a giant head that looked like you, and it ate me!
Oh.
Huh.
Well, the head was supposed to be far more calming. I'll have to revise that.
The eating
Oh
part.
my god.
Completely normal.
My deaths feel way more peaceful than yours. I just gotta hang out with an old dude.
Like I said, the death part is fine!
Did anything happen when I died, Logan? Did I just kind of...
We weren't dead very long.
You weren't dead very long.
Yeah, I kind of
You also were brought back
out.
by the weird special
Pop
magics
back
instead
in.
of by literally him.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't comment on this conversation.
Alright. Should get some rest then.
I assume we'll be taking watches?
Yeah, no reason to let them surround us or anything while we're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Let's see, will you take a watch with me?
Of course I will, Fenris.
Good.
I'm like smiling at you when you're right.
You're that fucking Nick Cage meme that's going around.
Yep.
Oh, with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Lexi and I can switch in the watch order then.
Yeah, I'll watch with Vogan then.
Alrighty.
Aiden, I'm so happy you decided to pick my pockets.
Dude, it worked out so well.
Damn.
Abby's not one to ask
excellent.
for it. She's just gonna take what she wants.
So, heckin'. So Lexi and Fenris will be on watch 3?
Yep.
Okay. The first 2 watches will go by without any incident. So for the sake of delineation, we get to watch 3. It is a relatively calm night. Warm. This entire place has been pretty warm, very, very humid, the cauldron. You can hear the gentle sounds of the ocean swaying in the distance, though you cannot see it from where you are. The sky seems very clear. Obviously, in a world like this, we don't have to deal with things like light pollution, but even compared to how things normally are, the sky seems particularly cloudless and clear. The stars shine with a vibrant radiance above as you two settle in to begin your watch.
Gods look down on us yet. Even from here.
It's true. Look how pretty.
Very pretty.
Ow. Fuck. Ah, my mouse shocked me. Sorry.
Oh,
Stars.
You're having a day. Are you
Your
okay?
what shocked you?
My
His mouse.
Oh, your mouse. Oh, okay.
What do you
I
think
thought
I
you said
said?
your
Mouth?
mouth. I thought
Yeah.
you said your
My
mouth
mouth
shocked.
shocked
I'm like,
me.
how did you do that?
I tried to eat a power cord.
Well, stop that.
All
It's
right,
not
well, I see my
safe.
error now. I don't see how this would have been obvious before. All right, but yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry.
I didn't
Yeah,
interrupt.
reality-
The lightning just shocked my hand, that's all.
And
So
your
good.
mouth.
Lightning.
Fenris will like lean over to Lexi and point out the stars in the sky that represent to Quinn,
Oh.
and like the one that represents when Fenris was born, and the one that represents when Lexi was born.
Teaching her about astrology.
Yeah, why not?
That means you're a Virgo?
No.
The worst kind
More
of
like-
person.
More like, look at these pretty stars, Lexi.
Of course
Okay,
you're a
cool.
Virgo.
It's
I
more
knew
like,
you were a
this one's
Virgo.
called this. It's supposed to be this. I think it looks like this.
Okay.
Like, that one's supposed to represent a vase. I think it looks like a pickle.
It does look like a pickle. You're right. This is nice, Fenris. It's been a lot of bad stuff, so I'm glad we can just kind of sit and look at the stars.
I cherish every moment with you.
Me too.
The next few might be difficult, but I need you to hear them in all of their difficulty as they tumble from my lips. I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
When we went down there, we fought a diva. Deva.
They sound fabulous.
Deva. Damn it, I even went, it's Deva. Don't fuck it up. Don't
I
say
feel you,
diva.
bitch. You
but
got
then
this.
I thought diva, and anyway, we fought the Deva, and I died for the first time. I was only dead for mere moment. Flux did the procedure absolutely seamlessly.
What happened?
How do I explain it? I was stabbed, I suppose, is the easiest way to... Fenris will, like, lift up and move her armor to show, I assume, what is a newly fresh scar of this massive spear that plunged through her abdomen. You can touch it if you want.
No, Lexi's gonna touch her own abdomen and remember when she sort of died from being stabbed. Just kind of.
But what matters is that I'm here, still. And as long as I draw a breath, I will be here to protect you.
I'm gonna take a hand. Well, I mean, that's not what I'm worried about. No, I'm worried that if I'm not with you, you're gonna die again, so I have to be around to protect you.
Oh, I need your protection, I know, Lexi. But everyone handled it very well, Flux. It was lovely.
Died.
I brought him back that time. He owed me.
Still.
I know that you worry about me, but I was prepared to die for what we need to do here. For what we aspire.
I'm not prepared for you to die.
I won't. I'm not going to go and try to die. But these things happen, and it was my time. And I would know about time.
I feel like when you die because it's your time, it's because you like naturally die, not because somebody stabs you.
We're adventurers, Lexi. Our first death is... I don't know, sort of expected at this point. Miriam has died. Aviana. Lux, I watched you crumble before me. Our line of work is dangerous, Lexi. We can't be ignorant to the fact that I might die, that others might die.
I know.
But we are strong and we stand together and, you know, we always figure it out.
That's true.
I have more to say.
Who else died?
No one else died. However, when we were down below, we saw this projection of Diane, and we were able to talk to her, which was bizarre.
What'd she say?
She talked a lot about the technology that she was working with, the ramifications of pursuing her, that we should possibly stop pursuing her, that she has no qualms with us. Yes. Annoyingly sounding rational banter as she does. But we cannot stray from our mark.
No, we're gonna stop the family and kill everybody and the family. That's the plan.
That is the plan. But during our discussion with her, the person who she is traveling with was revealed. And I am happy to say it is not Kevin.
Okay, that's good. I mean, weirdly a little disappointed, because then at least I'd know where he is, even if he hated me now.
And Fenris is like gonna hold both. Lexi was already holding her hand, and Fenris had put it to her chest, but she's going to take both of those hands, both of her hands, and hold Lexi's hand to her chest.
Looking at her like,
The person currently traveling with Diane is one of your siblings. His name is Theodore.
Diather.
Diather. Fuck. Diather.
His name is Tim.
Diather?
Diather.
Diather.
Spelled like death air, but pronounced Diather. Like deity, Diather.
Diather.
It's vaguely Gaelic. So you gotta get that Dia.
Diather.
Diather.
Diather. Is that better? Did it do anything?
Just focus on what you're doing. Just focus on what you're
Yeah,
doing.
you're good. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Bender's heard it once.
No,
She
you're
can make mistakes. It's
fine.
fine. You're getting it right. You're psyching yourself
It's
out.
alright.
You've had it right the past few times. Diather. You got it.
I was also
Diather.
just saying it so to make sure that I said it right too. So you're good.
His name is Diather, and that is all we know of him at this time. I need you to understand that whatever he may feel, he does not know you, Lexi. And whatever propaganda and slander they have filled his head with does not represent you properly.
So that's who that person was talking about.
I believe so. But that resentment isn't towards you, it's towards an image and an idea and... I mean...
Just because they're saying horrible things doesn't mean they're not true.
But there's a way of saying things, Lexi, and we both know the perspective changes your situation and how you acted at the time. You don't need to feel guilty because you escaped.
I left and didn't consider the consequences of what would happen to anybody else because I did that. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about what the family would do. I should feel guilty because I just thought about me getting away.
You were but a child when they took you.
I know the things that they do are wrong, but that doesn't mean
We are fixing
what I
this
did wasn't wrong.
situation. We are fixing this situation now, Lexi. You're going to free all of those Kidz. But you cannot let your guilt block your way.
I mean, I guess just what I'm thinking is it makes sense that they would hate me. That's all.
I don't think so. I think if any of them were given a chance to escape, they would take it. Few are brave enough to choose to be the beginning of liberation. You had no idea what you were escaping to.
I appreciate you trying to make me feel better, Fenris, but the thing is that because of me, people got hurt more. And there's nothing I can do about that until I fix it. So I'm gonna feel bad. I don't think there's anything that you can say to make me feel better. We have to fix it.
And I will do everything within my power to help you fix it.
I also have to just accept that one of my siblings hates me and they might hate me forever.
We don't know if that's true, Lexi. This might be cause of the cards.
Maybe, but it still makes sense.
Just because it makes sense doesn't mean that it is reality. We can rationalize many things in our head that do not take time, that don't occur.
Yeah.
I just can't see you tear yourself apart over this.
Lexi,
Yeah.
given that you have the passive perception that you have, it is around
Wow.
this point
Bonkers.
that it is around this point that you faintly hear the sound of what sounds like a wet slicing sound punctuated by something striking stone from around the other side of the house.
I'm gonna been like all sad and kind of like clearly going inward, and then as soon as she hears the sound, like turn sharply to what it is, so that Fenris can also kind of notice. There's a sound.
I'm listening. Can we try to pinpoint if there's continuous sound where it came from, or
There isn't.
try to...
There isn't.
You know where it came from.
Any shadows being cast, anything like that?
It's the middle of the night.
Should we check it out or no?
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually,
like
it's
early
about
morning,
sunrise.
Yeah.
Because it's about 7 a.m. right now. Roll me perception, both of you.
Oh
I
shit!
will.
You go.
Also, I would have finished my long rest at this point because I would have been sleeping the first 2 rests, like the first 2 shifts, and I need
you're
less
all
sleep.
rested.
I just want to get rid of that exhaustion.
I will note
Fair.
that we have it set
Make
so
sure to swap your spells out.
you
Yes.
are usually in the latter 2 rests. Like so you rested the first 2 and then you're good. Yes, good.
Oh boy.
Okay, you guys you don't see anything. You know what? Hold on. I'm not gonna just say that. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a. You super don't see anything,
Bullshit.
and don't hear anything. But there is that sound that, given the time, it is. There's just this, which is punctuated by the sound of birds flocking away from the trees around where the sound happened, the chirping and flapping of wings, and then nothing.
Oh no, it sounds like it must have been something very big for birds to react that way. We should probably wake the others.
Do we think it's that serious?
Didn't Nimrick see something earlier?
Maybe. I mean, okay, yeah, we can wake them. We can check.
Perhaps I'm being a bit careful. Especially with one of the family getting away last time.
I mean, like, who's on watch next? We could just wake up whoever's on watch next.
That was my thought as well.
Yeah, we don't have to
who's
wake up
on watch?
everybody.
Who's on third base? Who's on watch? Next watch. Fourth watch.
It would be Sunder and Flux.
I'm going
Get 'em.
to... Sunder will be a great help in this situation.
What a squad we shall be. Here we go.
To death I go. I will politely wake up Flux and...
I'm awake. I'll wake up Sunder. Sunder, we heard something, and you're on the next watch, and we wanted to know if you wanted to check it out.
What?
We heard a thing.
Where?
There was
Over there.
this slashing noise and wet noise. And a
probably
bunch of birds. It sounded like something big. It was... Was
Some
it in the
bird
house or
night.
out? It was outside of the house.
Outside the house, yeah.
With a noodle. It's probably just like a wet noodle.
I am debating going
Seems
outside.
unlikely.
Sunder, we wanted to go outside and check it out.
Okay.
Flux, would you join us?
Absolutely.
I love how Flux is always awake and everybody always goes up. We have to wake you up, Flux. I'm already awake.
Every time. Every time.
Every time.
It's just like with Fenris with trancing. You guys just decide,
I'm just always awkwardly trying not to eavesdrop.
Aww.
Baby
It's like, I'm not listening, I'm not listening, this is private.
Okay, where is it?
Fenris will lead the way
Oh,
to where Lexi had gestured, the noise being.
Clumsily puts like a hand in front of you and just like palms you a couple of times, just like, no, I'm well. I'll go. I'll take care of this.
Oh, okay, big guy. All right.
Hi.
Sunder
Pat,
walks
pat.
out and around the building. He then comes back. He then sits down. It's nothing.
What
It's
was
just a
it?
dead body.
Fenris is gonna like
Which
fully cover
dead
her
body?
face.
Wait, which?
I will be
There
right
were some
back.
that were already there, but we should check that out, yes.
Sunder, please politely wake the others.
Oh, okay, but they.
I know, I'm
It's a no. You didn't hear me. It's a dead body. It comes pre-killed.
Sunder,
I'm gonna
what are
chalk
you
that up
saying?
to sleep talk. I'm not going to address that. I'm going to completely 180 and walk the exact direct opposite of Sunder in this moment.
Oh, bye.
Yeah, let's go check that out.
Same.
Oh, whoa, dead body. Oh, whoa.
Woo.
As you guys walk around to the back of the house, which there's a space just between it and this like rising little ledge that is behind it. This little tiny little. Why can't I think of the word? Just earthy incline. As you head back towards it, you see that there is in fact a body. It looks like something has sat it against the back of the house. There is a twin blade that appears to be penetrating through the body, effectively nailing it into the house. You guys take a second to look at it and quickly recognize this is the form of the family member who fled. This is the illusion-wielding one that had been disguised as a Nephilim, cast aside their disguise, and they had turned invisible and tried to run away. You see that this is pierced through their sternum. Their own twin blade is cut into them, piercing into the side of the building. And you also see that in their head, which is hanging limply forward, there is a gunshot squarely through their forehead, with a similar exit wound on the other side of their head. And from the end of the twin blade, there is a small piece of paper soaked in blood that has been folded and pierced onto one end of the twin blade.
Oh. I will pluck this piece of paper and read it.
Yep, that's for us.
Yeah.
As you take it,
Not my favorite way to get mail.
there is I presume you open it.
Yes.
As you do, it begins to let off this faintly arcane glow as you see that there is writing and a design smeared on it in what appears to be blood, but as soon as it opens, it all begins glowing with this soft bluish energy. The design itself is a cartoonish heart that has been traced as if in blood around a short message in the center of it that reads very simply, in common, "Try not to miss another one. Be seeing you." And as soon as you read it, given just enough time to, the letters turn to this small, subdued, bluish fire, and the entire note just goes up and vanishes.
Goodness. Is your hand okay?
Yeah, it's fine. What a curious letter.
What does that mean? Try not to miss another one.
Well, I assume try not to let any of them escape. This is one that eluded us when we were attempting to complete combat.
Yeah, but like, aren't they a member of the family? Like, who killed them? Did the family kill them because he did a bad job?
I don't
It would
know
seem
who killed them. We
odd
don't
for-
know. And since freaking letter burned up. I can't do any identification magic on it. Or scrying or anything like that. But it seems that we have an unknown ally?
I don't know if they'd be an ally.
That seems like a dangerous assumption.
Mm-hmm.
They did kill one person who is a mutual enemy, I assume. So that is a prediction of goodwill.
The twin blade, is that like a family weapon, or is it?
It's the one that he was using, and so they were killed with their own weapon.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. From what you can see, the cause of death is definitely the gunshot wound through the head. The twin blade appears to just be there to A, pin them to the building, and B, put the little letter on display.
Can we inspect their body more? See if there's other things on them?
Roll me investigation.
CSI
Oh
shit.
here we go. Some good CSI shit. Investigation, you said. I'm pretty fucking good at that shit.
Oh, I'm also good at investigation. What am I doing?
Very good at it. Nice.
31.
I'm trying to prep my spell still. Jeez, okay.
Hell yeah. Oh shit!
We are on the ball.
Looking them over, I'm sorry to waste such good ones. There don't appear to be any other wounds. It appears that what killed them was the gunshot to the head, and it does not appear like they went through any more of a fight in whatever battle they were in that killed them. Looking across them, you do not see anything apart from the studded leather armor that they're wearing and the twin blade that is pierced out of their body. They don't seem to have anything else really of note apart from that.
Damn. Dude, as soon as investigation happens, fucking, it's a bunch of quick cuts. Lexi and Flux put on their shades, start making puns.
Yeah.
Fenris, like, awkwardly
Probably
puts
gets super
away
saturated.
her pipe and, like, is like, oh, I see we're not going for a Sherlock and Watson. All right.
She went for a classic and we went for fucking CSI.
That's cool, too.
Just very fucking, don't worry, guy. You can hang around. Oh!
She's cut to Fenris. It was a dark night, a cold night.
Yeah. She's not really on theme with what we're doing.
Oh, no. We should have discussed this beforehand.
Looks at the temple were a little outdated.
I could feel the bite in the summer air.
They were
I could tell this
donated.
investigation was going to be a long one, but that's okay. I'm an elf. I have a lot of time.
Ooh,
Yo, I'd watch
question.
that show, though.
Question, Logan. With our 31, can I see if it looks like the gunshot was inflicted at very close range, like if there's, gunpowder residue or like burns around the hole, or if it's a lot cleaner, like it was from long range?
It looks like, absolutely, you can see that. It looks like it was from long range. Long range. Sorry, I almost fudded there for a sec. It looks like it was from long range.
Long range.
Long range.
Long leg.
Oh, I know all
Okay.
about Elmwood Floyd.
Same bitch.
Okay, so it seems to suggest that he was taken by surprise and not shot by someone close by who he maybe trusted. So that lends some credence to the idea that...
It wasn't execution style. It was more assassin style. Good.
Oh. I mean, I was
if it
thinking
was a-
because you said that it looked like he was surprised that maybe it was somebody he trusted. But go on.
Yeah, my thinking is that if it was at close range, that would suggest that it was one of the family members who he wouldn't have expected to suddenly shoot him in the head. But since it's at long range, it could possibly be this third party that we're theorizing about taking him out before he even knew what was coming.
Oh, maybe.
Since
At the same time, we do know that there are a bunch of long-range attackers in the family. We dealt with them.
It's true. It doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't the family.
But it doesn't make sense that one of them would come and put one of their own on our doorstep as if they were presenting it.
And asking us not to miss them.
Fenris, give me, I know this is retroactive, roll me a perception check to see if you noticed something when the flames went up.
Okay.
Come on, baby,
Sure.
you got this.
I'm rolling low today, baby.
You sure are.
Still a 16.
Yeah.
True, it's still not bad.
16
I'm
not
not
bad.
I'm
bad.
gonna
16 is not that
dynamic
low.
DC this. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, you beat it by 1.
Oh,
Fenris.
nice.
Hell yeah.
So Fenris, you
Nice.
noted, whenever you saw the flames go up on this little parchment, you did see that they changed shape very briefly, and that the heart that was in the center of this thing, the crudely drawn, kind of morbid blood heart that was drawn, the ink, as it were, that is the flames and blood, seemed to coalesce for just a second before it went up into what appeared to be an eye opening. A cartoonish-looking eye opening in the center of it, which is what caused the flames to expand out as if it opening was the flames erupting. There was a design that was there. I heckin' hadn't
Like
rolled...
in the eye
Like the...
of the design? I'm
Like-
sorry, I'm trying to image
Like the
this.
ink and fire that made up the heart and the message,
Yes.
when it was igniting, shifted to become an animated little picture of an eye that opened
Okay.
as it exploded.
Cool.
And by exploded, I mean just like, just, you know,
Yeah.
like
a trick.
like flash
You know,
paper.
those- Exactly.
I bet it was Lyra.
Do I
My crack theory.
recognize the symbol at all?
No. I'm not even gonna have you roll.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
We should keep an eye out.
This is a new thing for
We
Lyra.
should
It's a
keep
new
an
logo.
eye out for. I imagine that the eye that I saw as the fire went up, must be their symbol or their calling card. We should keep our eyes open.
Wordplay.
I can...
Yay!
Logan, would I know of any like symbols or like calling cards that like the family would leave?
Oh, that is a
Be,
good
like, familiar or
question.
anything? Here I fucking go, bitch.
Ooh,
I'm
brain
not-
blast.
I'm not good at history. Thank you for that brain blast.
Take a +6.
Oh fuck, let's go, bitch.
Fucking 1 sec. Might be.
Would you like to take a look at the body, detective? I could take a stab at it.
No, that's already happened.
Do the young
Friggin-
folks even know that joke anymore?
Young folks.
I mean, like, you know what I
Age
mean?
yourself real
Like,
quick.
are we
Why do you consider
culturally
young
past
folks?
that? Like,
It's a good question.
is that boomer
Okay, there we
humor at this point?
Do I need to put the modifier in the window, or does that automatically do it?
It was giving me some error messages, but it seems to work when I grab
That's the thing I told
text
everybody
instead
about
of-
before.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's working now.
Just go ahead and roll it.
So no, nothing in the modifier.
Go ahead
just
and
roll
roll
it.
it. Just
Just
roll
roll
it.
Yeah, yeah.
If it doesn't, we'll just
If
add
it
the
doesn't,
six.
we can just do math.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Never done math before.
Haven't
That's
done
scary.
math before.
You ever count up by 6? Oh no,
Oh,
Lexi!
it was on a fucking.
That's rough.
She's still a little cross-eyed from crowbar squatting.
Then
Yeah.
it pulled a tight kubo and washed
can't-
off one of the numbers.
I can't remember good because of my shades. I got
Nah, you don't even, you can't remember at all.
I'm trying to remember any kind of calling cards or symbols of the family, but I can't really recall right now, you guys.
We should probably ask Miriam when he wakes up. He knows a lot of stuff.
I really want to know.
Yeah.
But for
Be on
now,
the
it
lookout
doesn't
for any
seem like
further
we're in any
information.
immediate danger. Sorry, Flex, what you were saying?
Oh, no, I was just saying, and we'll be on the lookout for any additional information that might, illuminate this mysterious figure.
Barry, I'll kill you. Get out of here.
You Pomeranian bitch.
No, she's part husky.
She's really not.
That's true. You're right,
no,
Hayden.
Hayden
We
gets it.
objectively know that they're not.
Well, they are. A teeny, tiny little bit they are.
No, they're not.
Well, I guess I'll take
They
a
are.
Vivify today. All right.
Yeah, you will.
Brandon, you're fucking better.
I'm 146 Norwegian.
Yo, that
Are you
it's
gonna
the
tell me
same
I'm not
vibe.
Norwegian?
That's the
It's
fucking
the
vibe,
gross
yeah.
same
You
vibe.
know that
bro.
one episode of South Park where everybody was doing fucking
Yep.
lineage tests so that they could
Yeah.
be racist?
Yeah.
That's you and your dog. Think about that.
Oh, no.
Is there anything else you guys want to do on this last second? This last.
I
watch?
love this.
I'm a
Frickin-
fan. Yep.
I do still want to fucking identify.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Well, you and Sunder got your watch, so pretty much me and Fennis are gonna go sleep, I guess.
So here's what happens.
Yeah.
I'm just awake at
Offer
this
to
point.
snuggle.
No,
fair.
no, you're wrong. He's not.
Uh-oh.
He would be if you asked him, but he sat down and he's back asleep.
Sunder, no.
Let him sleep. Come on. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. Let him sleep.
Love that boy.
Is he literally the biggest guy here?
He's just
It's
a
quite
little
ridiculous.
guy.
Yeah, it's all like with cats. Fucking, your cat's always
He's
a
just
baby.
a little guy.
It's 11 years old,
a little
baby.
guy.
It's fucking 16 years old, baby.
Is baby.
14
He's
pounds.
already gone to bed. Can't just wake
A
him.
little guy.
A little guy.
He's just a little man.
So
That cat is
Flux,
30 pounds.
you're trying
He's a
to.
little boy.
So you're trying to cast
Little boy.
Identify.
Yeah.
I would
I
like
don't have the I have the tanzanite. I don't have the other thing in my inventory.
the PML.
Yeah, the PML.
Did you take it out of the inventory?
Let
me see if I have
it.
it.
In the party sheet.
Let me see if I have it. I might have it. Yes, I do.
Flux.
Son of a bitch.
Nimrick flees in the night with the PML. It's not really what I wanted.
That's the first thing I gave you.
Yeah, it never ended up in my inventory.
Throw it in the party sheet and then you take it whenever you can. So, real quick, I'm just going to check the Identify spell to remind myself. Boop, 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 boop. Identify. There you are. Come here, you. Okay.
Little rascal.
Oh,
So, which one are you trying to identify first?
Let's try the. Let's try the tanzanite first.
Okay. Roll me a spellcasting ability check, please.
All right. Am I allowed to brain blast these or?
Yeah, sure. It's just one check.
Okay. Hashbra. There we go.
Bra.
Hashbra.
Mo?
So, much like certain idolic items that you guys have encountered in the past, you do feel you identify it. However, you do not learn much about it. You gain the faintest little bit of its history whenever you try to identify it. You magically discern that where it was placed there to enshrine it and keep it away. You gain this vague sense, as the Identify spell does have the capability of giving you extra properties of a thing. You do get the sense from when you try to identify it that where it was put and the protection it was put under, and the fact that it was placed there under the home of a Nephilim wasn't a coincidence. You get this vague sense that whoever lived here, who has either fled or been killed, they may have solely existed to protect this. They may have been a Nephilim that was brought into being solely to stop people from going down there. You have been told before that the person that lived here was reclusive. As you try to identify that, it makes a bit more sense to you. Beyond that, the only thing that you get from it magically, it hides its functions from you. Apart from that, an evil creature cannot attune to it, and that it would be difficult to attune to it otherwise. Beyond that, as you're trying to identify it and you uncover those facts about it, you get this odd moment where the magic you're using, you're pumping into it to try to suss out its history, it starts absorbing the magic as if it's eating it.
Oh. Does it feel like it's making my spell less effective, or it's maybe making it stronger?
It seems similar to when Fotia was ignoring magical effects. There's this faint indigo-colored aura that as you pump magical energy into it, it seems to burn it off with this little indigo flash of light that eats away at it and seems to convert it and absorb it into itself.
Interesting. And near as we can tell, like, that's never been a property we've encountered before in other primal gemstones?
No.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I will take a crack at the sealed PML.
Okay. Whenever you identify it, it is not, per se, a magical item, though whenever you attune to it, you do find it appears to have the ability to send signals through what you would probably know as the weave. What you've more recently learned is called the Adamantic web. It does appear to be able to send signals through it in a way that is similar to using it like a network. The item on its own effectively has no functions. Apart from that, it can defy gravity slightly, and it appears that if you were to adhere it to part of your clothing, for example, like stick it on your chest like a badge, it can just stick to surfaces and remain on them. Beyond that, it does have a incomplete function that doesn't work without something else, and that function is similar to that of a Shield Guardian's controller. Flux would probably have some familiarity with this. It seems to be effectively something that validates that whoever is holding it or using it, it's like a key. You know how Shield Guardians work, right?
Yeah, there's like, you have like an amulet to control them, kind of?
Effectively. It doesn't seem to be something that controls something else, but it has a similar connection where it validates that you are relevant to another device.
Gotcha. So the sealed PML is the thing that validates it, not that needs to be validated?
Correct.
Okay. Interesting.
You would guess that it's meant to be used as some kind of key.
Alright.
And it's got that little hole in it.
Yep, which can fit a primal gemstone, but a lot like with other primal gemstones, you notice that as it's been removed from that slot, it's sort of grown a little bit and changed its shape slightly. It no longer fits directly in that, but you do get the sense that these things can kind of just change their shape to whatever is needed.
So, like, maybe it didn't always have a primal gemstone, but it can have a primal gemstone?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, if I tried to put the tanzanite back in, would it resist, or?
In a very weird moment, if you took it and put it on it, it feels like it should be too big, but if you were to push it down with your finger, it would, as if melting around it, as if pouring itself into this like a mold, it fits with no problem.
Okay. And if I try and pull it back out,
doesn't give any resistance.
Okay. Is anybody still awake? I can relay what I've found out, or
I could say everybody wakes up.
I'm
you guys do your
done resting.
Yeah, if we want, we can say about 9.
Oh, what
9
a good
o'clock.
nap!
There you go. 9 a.m. Everybody wake up.
Long rest,
bang, bang, bang.
you coward! Take exhaustion off of me. At least one of them.
You don't have those exhaustions. You were revivified.
Right.
Those only happens if you resurrected.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning, Flux.
Checks chest. I'm alive.
Crazy.
I'm playing.
I can fix that.
No, it's fine. I prefer it this way.
All right.
I just didn't want to get stabbed through.
I can stab you a little.
I really would rather you not.
All right.
Just so I'm proclaiming it now, I'm, oh, no, I am not. I am reattuning to the ring of spell turning. That is what I am doing.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Cool.
I had an attunement slot open there.
It's true, you did.
Yep.
Damn.
I did a little investigating last night on the items we found in the vault. I was not able to find out as much as I would have liked, and perhaps only raises more questions than answers. The PML appears to function as an authenticator for something. I'm not sure what.
What?
Like it would, if we found the item that it is matched with, it might give us permission to use it, I think.
Okay.
Think of it like a key.
Yeah.
Oh, Logan.
Yeah. Like remember
Alfie
the
was
badges?
Alfie was on first watch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Okay. Albie would wake up with the dragon vessel next to them.
Noise.
Oh, you're a dick.
Anytime he tries to do anything, he's a dick.
Yeah.
No,
Give
no.
me my stuff back, you
It's
fucking
like, give me my
monster.
stuff back that means something to me. You're a twat.
Yoda twat.
I forgot I wanted to do that until literally just now.
No, that's fair.
But yeah, think of it like the badges we used to get into the Platinum District. Simply a means of getting permission. What that will give us permission to use, I'm not quite sure yet, but hopefully if we keep searching, we'll run into it. As for the gemstone, I also unfortunately did not get any specifics as to its capabilities. I learned that it cannot be attuned to someone that is, well, evil. Besides that,
Dodge to bullets. I'm playing. I don't think he considers himself evil.
Side-eye.
I feel like he has to at least a little bit. He works for the Queen of Hell.
No, I'm a good guy. I'm a pretty good guy. Good and evil, they don't do anything.
I'm not a bad guy.
Exactly.
The lack of self-awareness.
wait,
I'm pretty good for a bad guy, is all I'm saying.
All right, bring it in.
Other than that, it appears likely that the Nephilim who lived here may have been created with the sole purpose of guarding this place.
I wouldn't be shocked. Apparently, they kind of trim these guys out for specialist purpose all the time. Also, never,
Indeed.
because they're so dang rare.
Indeed. It also appears that the primal gemstone can be slotted in and pulled out of the PML at will, but it doesn't seem to immediately change its functionality in any way that I can discern.
That doesn't mean it's not worth doing.
It also does this. I slap it onto my chest. It's like a magnet.
There's like this momentary as the prongs on it, the 3 points expand out slightly, and then as it just adheres to your chest.
Horrifying. I love it.
It's quite fascinating. I hope to learn more about it on our travels. But it would appear that if we want to learn more about the gemstone, someone will have to attune to it.
Gib.
I can hand it over.
All right.
Oh.
I'll do that.
No, you don't.
I will attempt to do that.
You don't.
All right. I fail to. I can't.
Those things only work with constellaquaries, right?
Oh, yeah.
Probably needs the appropriate one. Or, maybe I'm just slotted up with these, and so they're disagreeing with each other.
Did you not try to attune to it yourself, Lux?
Oh, no, I did not want to be presumptuous. We also don't know what sort of danger it might hold to do that without being certain. But
would you rather put them in danger or yourself, Lux?
Try.
Don't put bad thoughts in their head.
I will admit there's also the concern that Diane wanted us to have this in hopes that it would sway us to her side. I don't know that that means it would do anything harmful, but...
There was a projection of her downstairs, but we are
just now telling us about this?
Oh, I was busy trying to choke you, but your neck is too buff and thick, and
Oh.
When'd you do that?
Difficult.
Didn't even notice.
It's when I was chastising you. I'm not shocked you didn't notice.
Oh, that was joking. I thought you were trying to massage my neck.
I think you smiled and it pushed my hands off it, so...
Oh, right.
Yesterday was
I
perhaps
thought you were hugging me.
It's a bit of both. I was happy to see you.
Okay.
But yes,
hit the hay
Diane
hard
did
as a brick.
appear to us while we were down there as a hologram of sorts.
But there's nothing that she can use to bribe us. I mean, our resolution is unwavering, I think, at this point.
And if you
We're
think
not
that that
resolved.
thing can't be equipped to someone of evil origin, then I don't think it's going to do anything terrible to you.
I suppose. I admit my concerns are less logical and more... It doesn't sit right? It's unfamiliar. But if you think I should try, then I will do so.
Yeah.
It's
I
worth
think
the
you're
risk.
probably the best suited, and you're also definitely not evil.
That's why I handed both of them to you.
I appreciate that, Master Miriam.
If you were to be cursed, I mean, we could figure out a solution outside of... We could figure it out.
Okay, I will.
Oh, did you prepare remove curse today?
Not today. No.
Please tell me you didn't get Revivify, please.
Oh my god.
I don't have to tell you anything, Weather Boy.
I just want to be so
Hell
happy.
yeah.
I'm the only one that has no stake in this, please.
Oh my god.
I'm not giving away shit. I guess you'll find out if you fucking croak.
Oh
I
my
guess
god.
we'll know.
Just we'll know when we die.
Yep.
And then stay dead.
Yep.
Uh-huh. I took Fine Path today.
Cool.
It's a level 6 spell. Calm
Doesn't mean it's
tits.
good.
Okay.
You make the choices you make, BB. You do what you want.
Do we
You're
have
fun.
something to find? A specific item to find?
Brayden,
We
did
could.
you prep Revivify?
Hayden, do you think you asking
Sit
has
the
a different...
down.
I'm not telling you.
Oh.
So
You have
prepped
fun
it.
however you want to have fun, Brayden. Like you
I
good.
did take Revivify, you stinkies.
Yeah, I know. I see right through you.
Dang it.
God.
You guys are so funny. I love you guys.
No.
Love you too.
Love you so
And
much.
I the only person I would let die is myself, so...
Shit.
Fuck.
You think you'd stay dead? If he wouldn't have got you up, you would have came back as a gnome.
Anyway.
Cool.
But if they came back as a Cassandra, though?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think Logan said that like he has a new thing for it, right?
I
for,
made
with yours?
an exhaustive
Yeah.
fucking table. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a reincarnation
Cool.
table that will randomize all the new races and
As
all the
lovely.
sub races.
I hope I get
As
to use
lovely
this
as
before
that
the end of the game.
sounds, I do not think I want to
requires a
spin
D100.
that wheel this time.
Oh.
I hope that I can use it before the end of the game. That does mean that I hope one of you die, but you know.
Hold on.
That doesn't
fucked
shock us, though.
Hold on. Just for fun. Just for fun. I don't know. Fucking boom. Wind elf.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
Whoosh,
that would've been cool.
Whoosh, hey,
Interesting.
guys.
That would have been so funny if it was one of the just vanilla races as well.
They don't exist anymore.
Wow.
Like, and it's a half.
We don't have
roll
vanilla. We
again.
have Rory.
No, they exist, but
Wait,
they're not.
Rory?
Oh, you mean just like contextually, like just it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
what-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. How
There's
great would
only
it have been
enough
for
room for
Fenris to
one
come back as a
vanilla in
crocodile
this
person?
Hell
Oh
yeah.
my god,
Or
yes.
Gecko.
The
Fenris
crocodile
comes back as a
Kuahonu.
Yes.
Fenris comes back to the fairy. I'm like, haha!
As a what?
Nice.
I tarnished.
There you go.
There
I
you go.
tarnished.
Proud of
As a
you.
what?
I don't
and
know
then
that
I
word.
can, and then I
It's
can
a
look down at them and I
fairy.
go, rise.
Never heard that word
tarnished.
before.
Rise, you tarnished.
Alright, I'll try and attune to the Tanzanite.
Do you have a free attunement slot?
I could. I'll de-attune for my resistant armor.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh no.
You are okay, so you just did that. So you currently are attuned to, it looks like, the winged boots, the cloak of displacement, and the wand of the war mage. But you can do 4, right? Because you're an
Yeah.
artificer. Because you have just all the things that involve magic and magic items, but more, just in every
'Cause you're
single
cool.
way. I forgot about that one. Add that onto the list of reasons why I think the Artificer does too many things that are passive. All right. Heck yeah.
Out of all the Artificer abilities, though, that is one I would keep. I like that one.
That is one of the ones I would keep. That said, I need you to roll me a charisma saving throw. As you try to attune to it, as you take it into your hand and try to focus on it, a strong indigo purple light begins to emanate out from it. This light itself is punctuated by little bits of starlight, and you see that along your body, the hue of your skin, of the bark-like material that comprises your skin, seems to change as if the magic's running up your arm through what for you approximates veins. Let's see if you can handle it. Charisma save.
Ooh,
can't.
Just checking.
Spoiler alert.
No. Can I brain blast this, or is this?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I have a -2. I need it.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
As a -3 boy, I get it.
Oh!
Oh, damn.
Hell yeah.
As it goes through your body, as this magic begins to fill it, you actually feel magical energy that you normally use on your spells, and the magical energy itself that somewhat naturally permeates your body starts getting pulled through your arm into this gemstone, and you feel as if you begin to become lightheaded. And then as you do this, as you focus on trying to attune to it, to master whatever abilities are currently lashing back at you, you very briefly see an almost invisible translucent hand that you recognize to be similar to that of the goddess of magic whose blessing you have, appears behind your hand and touches the back of your hand, wraps it around, and wraps their hand around the gemstone, and the magic seems to contain itself. This translucent hand burns off as if drawing the attention of the effect that is consuming magic from you. And in that moment, you tighten your grip, the light subsides, there is a remarkably poignant sound from it as the energy in it focuses. And you have attuned to it.
Oh.
The effects that it has are 2. And one of these is going to make you freak the fuck out.
Oh.
The first
In like a good way?
is called Burden of Secrets. While attuned to this gemstone, you do not need to perform the verbal components of spells that otherwise require them, and creatures cannot read your mind or communicate with you telepathically unless you allow them to. The second effect, limited magic immunity. You are immune to the effects of spells cast at a level equal to or less than your proficiency bonus unless you wish to be affected by them, or they originate from a deity or artifact. You also have advantage on saving throws against magical effects and take half damage from spells.
What?
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean I'm a Rakshasa now?
I guess you're saying attuned to that.
Well attuned to this, you currently, you have immunity to 5th level and lower spells, unless they come from a deity, artifact, or similar divine source.
Izzy, not only are you a Rakshasa, you're an artificer. Fucking Rakshasa. You are God.
Oh my goodness.
You're a fucking mess.
He's right.
What the hell am I? This isn't okay.
You're what was meant to be destroyed by the sword we're going to
You
find.
are the weapon.
Yeah.
You are what we were meant to find.
The sword of Damocles was within
You
me
are
all
the
along.
You are the sword of Damocles.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
We have to put you down, actor.
Yeah, we gotta stop you. Yep.
Right? I'm kind of thinking the same. This is dangerous.
Yeah.
Flux out here. Congratulations, you are being saved. Please do not resist.
Holy
As
shit.
you take it, unless you force it not to, it would sink into your hand, and for a moment seems to disappear. Then you turn your hand over, and the gem has now embedded itself in the plating underneath, on the back of your hand. It is bound into your skin.
Oh. Yeah, I don't resist it, especially since Mistra came in and gave me a hand there. It would definitely make me a lot more proud to be like, all right, this is a good thing. Oh
Boom.
my,
Flux. How do we feel?
We can never bring you into like
And,
any sort of society ever again.
I'm
They're
also going to give you
find
one extra piece of information, given that you tried to identify this before.
Yeah?
As you touch it, Mistra fills your mind with some information regarding where this primal gemstone came from. And I'm mostly giving you this because it's written in its item description, so you're going to find out one way or another. This is the primal gemstone of Sokes, one of the Eidolons of the Twilight Authority. One of the no longer existent Eidolons.
Do you feel any which way? Do you feel like being mean to any of us?
No, I would never. Am I giving off some kind of impression of that? I'm so
No,
sorry.
that's just the last time anyone got cursed. That was the first symptom.
Your eyes aren't gonna like turn red, and you're not gonna say mean things to us, are you? Because I read a book about that recently, and frankly, I don't think I can handle it twice.
No, absolutely not.
You could already have a really good. You could already have a really good backhand, but now with that.
I'm giving him a once-over. I'm like investigating the gem in his hand now. Making sure it's not hurting him.
This is something far more powerful than I was expecting.
Real quick. Did you say he has the option if he wants to be affected by a spell, he can?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank God.
Otherwise, healing would be very awkward.
Yeah, I'm immune to cure wounds now.
It's like shall and
You're just like, oh, this is amazing. No magic can affect me. Your boots just fucking sputter out. Your cloak stops working. Oh, this is great.
Your eyes go dark. You
all
fall
of your
over.
all your infusions turn off one at a time. Yeah, your eyes go dark. Flux just is stuck looking at his hand, just totally paralyzed, falls to the side, just.
Oh, I see it is eating me.
That's what I thought it was doing at first. I thought it was gonna drain your spell slots or something because it was drinking up like the magic.
It's probably what the save was for.
Yeah, that probably could have
All the
easily
primal
happened.
gemstones have saves. Remember, Avi fucked themselves over. Their charisma got drained.
No.
Yeah, remember? I was like, so I need to elect to succeed. I need everyone to help me.
Yeah. We all got together. I guidanced, brain blast, the whole shebang.
Oh, that could have been real bad.
Overall, you don't feel very cursed?
Yeah, that is good. I do not feel cursed.
It looks
either.
like it took to your body very easily. I mean, this is... It's in there. Like, ting, ting, ting. And she's like, plunking it.
Indeed. Sort of integrated itself.
And if you want to hide it, you can just put on like really sick monk raps, and then everyone can think you can like roundhouse kick people.
Or a glove.
Oh.
No, my way's cooler.
It seems to have a few effects, which I find difficult to believe.
Oh, do tell.
Master Miriam, can I ask a favor?
Sure.
Could you shoot me with something magical?
Like how magical we're talking here?
Don't waste any resources. Something that you could do ad infinitum.
It'll hurt.
I would. You know what? We'll see.
Fuck it. All right, I'm about that kind of energy. I'll use my shadow touched cast of inflict wounds.
Okay.
Oh my god.
9th level.
Can't do that anymore.
You reach out. You
fucking good.
Put your hand against him. Necrotic energy pumps into him, and as it courses into him, the necrotic energy pulls back and is burned away in the same way that all other magical energy that touches this thing does. Faint indigo wave of energy seems to consume the necrotic power you're putting into him, and it does nothing.
Oh.
Huh. well, I'll be. It does as advertised. It would appear that among its features, it includes an effect that eats magic below a certain level, leaving me unharmed.
Oh.
Is that
Excellent.
Similar
Holy
to that.
fuck.
Similar to that Deva, then.
Wow.
Indeed. Are we sure we want me to have this?
Yes.
Sure. Why not?
Yes.
You are a great person to have it.
Yes.
Is there a reason you shouldn't have it?
Are you evil as fuck?
I sincerely doubt that at this point.
I certainly hope that is the case.
You hope you're evil?
No, not that I
No,
am. Sorry,
Vogan.
I misspoke. I hope that I am
Hand
not
on
evil.
Vogan's shoulder.
I just,
Good.
with everything that I
Put your sword
am
down.
slowly learning about myself and my kind, I
Never drop my
What are you
guard around
doing?
Flux. He's way too powerful.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
I'm gonna put a hand
sorry.
on Flux's shoulder.
Oh, no, it's okay.
As
Just don't turn on us.
as scary as you are, Flux, we trust you.
I appreciate that.
Watching you.
Vogan, stop glaring.
Don't touch my friends.
But
I start touching people. I'm gonna touch everyone.
He's in his
You need to
spite
stop
arc.
saying I'm playing. You're either doing shit or you're not. I'm gonna kick your
Yeah.
ass.
It's one or the other, motherfucker.
God will jump kick you.
Fine. I touch Fenris.
No, stop. No. I'm like
The
slapping
entire
his hand
time
away.
staring at Avi.
Huh.
What?
it is
Smacking
just,
your hand out of the air every time. Weird.
it is a thing I discussed briefly with Fenris, but I am concerned that if I were to learn more about my previous life and perhaps retrieve my lost memories, that I could become someone different entirely.
And I stand by what I said before, Flux, in which that you are a good person, and I believe that even if you found out information, you still would be a good person.
It's up to you to do with what you will with that information.
You choose the next steps.
If you really
Still
think
have
about
all
it,
the-
a whole country died because of me. So, like, I'm not gonna judge.
You still have all the experiences you've had as you, hopefully, so...
What?
Like I said, it's up to you.
There are many unknowns. I merely wish for you to be open to the possibility and be on guard. If I were ever to hurt any of you, I would never forgive myself.
I don't think you would be you if you hurt us, Flux.
That is what I am afraid of.
At which point, open season.
If that is what you deem appropriate, I accept it.
That's not funny, Nimrick.
Pretty funny.
All right.
I think Flux would rather have us stop whatever he potentially would do than let it happen.
Of course.
Agreed.
But we have your back during this period of growth.
Thank you.
Jokes aside.
It means a lot. Well, what's next?
Well, we have that leftover fish. I say we eat it, and then we go.
What are we addressing first? Are we going to attempt to rescue the Nephilim that was surrendered over to what I can only assume to be the dinosaur people?
We need to go and talk with the
Tribunal first.
We need to meet with the tribunal first.
I'm the one who got that message and I forgot it.
It's
fine.
okay.
It's fine. A lot of things have happened here. Look at Flux.
It's okay, Fenris. You're very pretty.
Damn. Holy shit.
Fenris seems to wrestle with taking it as a compliment or being offended.
They're very pretty.
Reminds me of a... Sorry to break up the flow. Reminds me of an American Dad joke where Francine and Stan are like looking to renew their vows and have a new wedding. And the whole episode's conflict is that Stan keeps saying that he married Francine for her looks. And he says it in front of her just bluntly one time. He's like, yeah, fucking nope, married her for her looks. Totally about that. And then fucking Roger's like, oh, surely there must have been something else. And he's like, nope, just her looks. And he's like, ha ha ha, you must be joking, right? And Francine starts getting mad and he's like, oh yeah, ha ha ha. Oh, it was just a joke. Oh, you have no sense of humor. Good thing you're pretty. It's like,
Damn.
it's such a fucking...
Damn.
Oh my god.
This reminds me of that.
Oh my god.
Sorry to derail us. I've seen that clip like a million times because for some reason YouTube thinks I want to watch American Dad compilations and I have autoplay on. Yeah, so what do you guys want to do?
I'll go home.
We'll go home?
Must be horrible bed.
Oh, no going home until, I don't know, we stop Diane or something. I'm also whatever about that, but we probably should, because she sucks. And then Quintus.
Speaking of Quintus.
Let me see if the thing I want to say is in this notebook. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Sorry, Avi's just summoning a demon real quick.
I'm summoning my mother. Hold on, give me a sec. I should have done this years ago.
So, while I would prefer to talk about this without present company, I have no choice.
I'll go.
No, you stay.
Oh.
Wow.
Thought you were talking about me.
No.
I appreciate you, Vogan.
Giving a being like Fiona constellaquaries is a bad thing. That's going to end poorly.
I think we've all established that at this point.
Yes, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But fighting her might not go well either, which is why... Ow, that's my ankle.
Sorry. A wild black-footed... Hold on.
Just Vogan.
Hold on.
Can I have a black-footed cat, Logan? Do I finally get a cat?
Hold on. No, I need a wild... Come on, let me do it. A wild black-footed cat nips Avi on the ankle.
A baby!
The fuck? Where did you come from?
Behold this art of a black-footed cat that I got done for the game in case we ever need a black-footed cat.
Really?
Yeah, this is mine.
Okay.
All right.
I remember you sending it to me being like, it has very Avi energy. I'm like, yeah, it does.
The black-footed cat, now available or will be available in Lyra Castillo's Chandonnay presents Retia Land of Industry, a setting guide.
Cute. I mean, hell yeah.
Meow!
Oh,
Meow.
It nips her ankle and then scoots off.
Welcome back!
Oh, fuck.
It'll
Anyway.
be back.
No, it'll definitely be back.
It was pawing at the dome all night.
Oh, cute.
Sorry, my
Leave some
cat's
food
being
out
real
for it.
fucking distracting.
God.
You were saying Aviana.
Right. So... selfish thing here as well. I'd rather not give up my swords, especially with them being given to me by Morian and Lilywind. Kind of mean a lot. But I think we need a plan of attack when it comes to freeing Quintus. We can't just give these over. I don't trust that she's going to follow everything to a T. I think we need to think this through a little bit more, and Nimrick's plan is stupid. A little bit of sleight of hand and lying to her is not going to work.
I never said a single word about lying.
I'm going to kill you.
You
Give me an
guys won't
excuse.
have any of them.
Ooh.
You would, at that point, before summoning them, hand them off to me as I return to you.
Fuck
the
no!
rod.
Do you think we're idiots? That is the stupidest thing we could ever possibly do. Give you our Constellaquaries so you can be like, oh, Lady Fiona, here's my things. Hell no. We're not that stupid.
You are extremely if you think that's what I want to do.
Oh, try me. I'm just trying to say there has to be a better way to get Quintus back.
It pokes its head out of a bush.
Explain the rules once again, Miriam.
All of them?
The ones that pertain to Quainus.
Quainus!
Oh, goodness.
I'm sorry, I tried to keep a straight face.
I'm so proud of you. That was our fault. We're so sorry.
If I attempt to reclaim him by any means not outlined in the contract, or if I enter any circle of hell without express permission of Fiona, then I would be considered in breach of contract, and his and my souls would be forfeit. They can waive that if they ever feel like they wish to. If Quintus attempts to escape, then he would be in breach of contract and his soul would be forfeit. And if I breach any other term, the exact same thing, my soul and everything else would be forfeit. If she breaches her contract, then her soul is bound to my service, and she is bound by contract to never harm me or any of my descendants or companions. I can summon her, and then I must either answer any question truthfully and perform any requests of services or any property and goods that they request of me. They cannot attempt to kill me or harm me via request, or by the action of a request that would put me in future danger. And this expands to all of you. If they request any of your things, I would have to either retrieve them from you, willingly or no. If they ask me, I have to do it. Or, if I fail to do that, I must challenge and defeat Fiona. And I can use combat and anything, by any means necessary. If I destroy her physical form in the material plane, then I've completed my end of the contract, and when she reforms in hell, she can send Quintus back.
My lady is extremely thorough with how she wants to do things. The only thing that you can do if you wish to go against them is do what I mentioned last night.
Or perhaps look for any other type of loophole. That's a perspective that we haven't investigated much, admittedly.
She would not have had any of them. If you try any way to breach the contract, then your friend is gone.
Even by agreeing to your suggestion, I would be in breach of contract.
Exactly.
Why would that be?
If they were to request those things of me, by even in admission, I'm not fulfilling my end of the bargain.
That's why they'd be mine in the current state.
That's...
I'm not with all of you. I am here to watch you.
I don't think that will hold in the diabolical court.
If you're looking for a loophole, this is it. It may be simple to all of you, and I understand that, but it's something that my lady would not have seen.
I don't
Are you
accept
sure
that
about
answer.
I have never, ever gone against them in my life. And they never expect anyone to. That's why the one we found in Honokuni is such an outlier. She will not have thought of this, and even if she did, she would not have thought it from me. I will tell you now. If you wish to keep your Constellaquaries, you have to hand them to me, unless you wish to fight her. And if you do not do it before you plan to go to this Sword of Damocles, my offer is off of the table. I do not think any of you stupid. I do not think you think me stupid. This is something I've thought about for quite a while. Because I do, no matter what any of you think, like you. I don't like that, but you all have proven yourselves time and time again to me that I hold some sort of value with you. Otherwise, you would have let me die. And I am so appreciative of that. And I just hope that this one time, seeing what I did, motions to Flux, with that jewel, I am not against you, Aviana. I want you to get what you need so that I can get what I need. That's why you have that with you now as well. He was my friend too.
So you're doing this for Tagachi and Grunch, then?
I'm doing it because I enjoy our conversations, no matter how dark they sometimes go. And yes, so that I can make sure the two of them are safe, because I don't trust that dragon at all.
Trust him more than you.
That's fine. I understand.
And Miriam, did you say that Nimrick's not wrong? Is that what you said?
His
All right.
plan, as far as the contract is concerned, he's right. It's just asking for a lot of trust is all. And figuring out exactly how far we're willing to push that trust.
And I'm sorry that might be a deal breaker to some of you.
Oh, hearing a deity not trust you, it makes it real hard. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to pretend that I have endless faith in you, Nimrick. Our irreconcilable difference when it comes to Fierna will always be that way.
Then allow me to do one final thing. He puts a hand out toward everyone. If my plan fails and it comes to blows, I will fight. Not against you.
Nimrick.
And I will most likely die.
Nimrick.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Roll me perception.
Oh, no!
Oh. Where are you guys all right now? I assume you're like outside the house, like futzing around with things.
We can't be outside. We can't be outside the house because we haven't seen the dead body yet. Nobody told us about it.
Talk about other stuff. We're gonna tell them. Don't worry.
I assume we're
Don't worry. Stuff's going on.
Still in the house, then, right?
The body's out back. Are you guys inside or outside?
I assume
we're still inside.
I assumed still inside.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on to this perception check then. Could make it, but I'm gonna hold on to it.
We doing the tower?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Nimrick's gonna get himself killed.
Yeah. And nothing of value was lost. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck.
I'm kidding. I love him.
His arm will still be out.
Miriam, it is ultimately your decision, as far as I'm concerned.
I want Quintus back as fast as possible. This is, assuming it works, the best way to do that.
It's the best way I can see for my lady to be safe as well.
I mean, it's not like your lady's in any real danger, even if we hit them with the sword.
I don't know what that thing does.
Your
From everything
lady's
you guys have told me, it's gonna kill her.
She's immortal on this plane. We'd have to kill her in hell.
I don't trust anything that I've seen around any of you anymore. A god-killing weapon, I don't want anywhere near her.
I have a question for everyone else.
Okay.
If this fails, I'm in breach of contract. If this fails. And we would have to fight without our Constella queries, because as soon as we give them over, we're going to end up breaking our bonds with them. If we have to fight Fierna, I want you guys to run.
You don't want us to fight with you?
I don't think so, no.
Why?
I don't think... I have little faith that without our Constellaquaries we can defeat them.
I agree.
Especially if they bring Legion or anything else. So then, if it comes to a fight, it's probably over at that point.
Let's not go there just yet, Miriam.
It's now the perfect time to think about it, actually. I agree with Miriam.
There's a lot to consider.
Assuming Nimrick is telling the truth, and I will trust you, at least for the purposes of conversation, and they turn to fight Lady Fierna, I can't imagine they would escape punishment in hell, and even if you're correct in your assumption that you could regenerate in hell, which I don't believe.
No, I can't do that. I was joking.
I didn't think so.
Next time I die, I'm dead anyway, no matter who kills me, so it doesn't matter.
I imagine you have the most to lose for that betrayal.
I will find Togechi, and I will protect Wrench. They did far too much for me to just leave them at the whims of whatever is outside of this place.
Nimrick.
That
Togechi
Crystal
was a
Queen,
human.
or that dragon, or
Well, no,
anything.
he's undead. He's undead now.
He'd still be alive.
That Crystal Queen, or that dragon, or anything out there.
I know he was human, but I forgot that he's undead now.
I do not trust any of it.
We
Unless
don't
I
trust
see
you
it
or
for
the
myself.
person you serve, so not much of a difference here.
Don't trust me, then, Avi. Trust the one that saw some good in me before he had to go back to serving that crazy woman we saw in the water.
She's gonna be a problem soon, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He's had to be with her for God knows how many years now at this point. If he's still lives, I want to find him. If he doesn't, I want to at least give what is left of his legacy some sort of understanding as to what happened with him.
I believe you when you say that.
I
do.
I
mean, fuck it. I'm in.
I love Togechi.
I'll do it if you guys are willing to, but you all know the myriad of ways this could go south. And so if it does come to a fight and you feel like you have to, go. Live. There are other ways to fix what I've broken. But I have to try.
Okay.
Very well.
It's the biggest asks of those with Constellaquaries. If you all agree, then yeah, I'll do it.
If you trust this, then I will follow you.
I'm ready to be wrong, but I want to believe.
If I were in your position, I would do the same. So, amen.
I am also in.
There's your Constellaquaries. Anything you're not willing to lose needs to be gone. Or anything you're not willing to have me try and take from you.
I don't think what matters to me would be much worth to Fierna.
Yeah.
Fenris will hold the broken brooch that she still wears that Lexi gave her.
Where are you planning on storing them, Nimrick?
I was hoping that someone would allow me to use any sort of storage they might have, or if anything, I'd have to potentially hide them at that point and give you the location afterwards, because
If our
I
meeting...
can't.
Oh, sorry.
I can't just walk up with a warhammer on my back, for example, and be like, "Oh, it's lost."
If our meeting with the Tribunal goes well, we could ask for space.
Oh, it can't be us. I don't want to know. Who knows?
Then we pay someone. I don't know. We figure it out.
They have to go to. We will give them to Nimrick, and you can hide them somewhere. Or you can have someone else hide them.
Oh,
In any case.
Nimrick dies, it's a good thing Fenris took Find the Path.
It's fair. I'll eat my fucking words if that turns out to be the case.
Hell yeah. I will find use for my spells.
I'm gonna be honest, I really hope that happens now.
Honestly, the best way to make
Vestige if that happens.
What? I don't want you to quit Vestige.
I'm gonna kill Vogan.
What the fuck?
No.
It just
Don't
sounds like
worry.
you want to kill Vogan.
I'll tell you what. This specific planning, I cannot take part in. Because the less I know, the better. Because if I'm asked anything that would lead me to have to answer to who might know where to find such things, I would have to implicate you guys. That might tip our hand into attempting to subvert the contract, which would put me in breach. If I genuinely do not know, then I can answer honestly that I genuinely do not know.
Then, with all due respect, Miriam, will you allow Aviana and I to represent you?
You cannot.
It doesn't matter. The contract says I have to answer. What I need to do is leave this room, and you guys can plan out exactly
That is
how
what
this
I'm
goes.
saying, I guess, I suppose. I didn't know
yes.
if you were going to stay here or if some of us were going to go outside or...
No, I'll,
There's a dead body outside. By the way.
Yeah, we
There's a
have to
what?
tell you guys that.
Okay,
What?
maybe make that here. How about this?
There's a
How
what?
about this?
Well, no, it's fine. It's the person who ran away, so it's kind of a good thing that they're dead.
They're dead?
That's really weird, you
With
guys.
their own weapon. There was
What?
a note
What?
as well.
What the
Okay,
fuck happened?
let's
We're not really sure.
pause.
There's a dead body?
Conversation.
You know we woke you up to show you the dead
Vestige
body.
Thunder,
Morning, Thunder.
please.
Oh.
let's relocate first. It sounds like maybe this place might not be exactly the best time to be talking about such things.
Why don't we wait until we can use the mansion again? And Fenris and I can take point on things like that.
Mm-hmm. I shall be moderator between Aviana and Nimrick.
Let's speak with the tribunal. Once we're done there, I'll find a place to excuse myself to, and we can do it during the day. If
Much may be
everything
revealed.
if everything is planned out properly, we can do it as soon as tonight.
That is rather soon, isn't it?
Well, when would you have us do it?
No, I'm not against it. I'm just.
Hey. Spell preparer here. Maybe we wait another day. It might.
What?
It
Why?
might-
You've got all your spells. That would be useful, don't you?
I strangle Vogan. Since you want to kill Vogan so bad, let me help you.
Maybe we take an extra day to prepare, but anyway, this body.
Yes, follow me.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
what can you tell us about? Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
have.
I lead them to the body.
Mm-hmm.
And
now,
Nimrick.
and now the perception. Yep.
As you guys head out and you walk around and you begin making your way around to the back of the building to find the body, Nimrick, you, let's say, following a little bit in behind everybody else, hear the sound of cloth fluttering in the wind and your attention is pulled to the side, and though you shouldn't be able to hear it at this distance, as if you could hear something as if you were close up to it, despite there being hundreds of feet of distance between the two of you. Your attention is pulled towards the nearby, but still relatively distant tower-like old world marker that bears Haros' symbol in the distance, the one that you guys used to find this place to begin with. Your attention is pulled towards it, and as you do, as you look over towards this massive monolithic structure, you see on top of it, standing 1 foot up in front of the other, leaned forward, one arm resting on the knee, leaned over as if somehow from hundreds of feet away, as if leaning in to listen to your conversation, you see, at a far distance, the same figure that you'd saw before, wearing golden plate armor, but only on their right arm and on their legs and pelvis. The same blue-skinned individual who, from here you can now tell, appears to be an orc. You see golden pauldrons on each of their shoulders. You see wild red hair that frames their face. As they look towards you, their eyes wide. As if staring through you at this distance, you can feel almost heat emanating from their stare as the sun rises up behind them.
I sent you a message?
They're hundreds of feet away. Plural hundreds. Message has a 100-foot range, right? As you see
instigator.
them, as you see them, their red and golden cape fluttering in the wind. You see them raise one of their arms that appears to be covered in this thick reddish metal. You see them point to their eyes and then point with both of those fingers towards you. And then a large, intimidating smile creeps across their face. And as the sun continues to rise and peers up finally behind this massive marker, this tower, you shield your eyes briefly, and when you manage to focus them again, this figure is gone. I want to show you. Actually, I won't. You wouldn't have seen them at a distance. You can.
I saw his smile. I mean,
It's a strange thing too, because Nimrick would recognize that it's odd the amount of selective detail you managed to make out. Your perception feels like it was warped. Everything about this feels like it grabbed your attention, pulled it that way, and as if your reality shifted so that you could see what this person wanted you to see. And with that, they're gone. You hear from behind you, from behind the building, just a dead body.
He will look at that, turn, and make his way back toward the group.
They were stabbed
now probably very understood as to why there's a body back here.
They were stabbed by their own weapon, but it seems that their cause of death was a gunshot to the head, not by close range, but from afar.
Was there anything else abnormal about it?
The note.
The note was really weird.
What about it?
Where is it?
They seemed
burned up.
Why'd you burn it?
We didn't burn it. It magically burned.
It caught on fire. It was activated.
Did you hold a fire to it?
Explain
more.
more.
No, it just magically did. Oh, Fenris, you do it.
Vogan. Magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
More words, Fenris, please.
No.
Yes.
Well, no, yeah,
anyway, they chided us for allowing one of the family to escape.
More words about it being up in flames, please.
I think it was like,
it
was written in blood, and there was a
burned up.
heart on it, and
Yes.
they said,
Crudely
what was
painted in like blood.
Yeah.
It seemed, and then it
said,
changed.
what did it
from...
say?
Well,
like, try
it
not
just...
to let another one.
Yeah,
get
they
away.
chided us. They kind
Or
of
something.
almost teased us.
Yes.
At least that's how I was interpreting it.
But you said when it burned up, it turned into
Yes.
something else?
It turned into a symbol of an eye opening. I've never seen a symbol of that sort. I assume no one else had, but...
Is anything ringing anything in my brain, Logan?
About what?
Any bells rung?
About the eye?
Yeah.
No, not no, not for you.
Okay.
No. No, you don't understand.
And for anyone
I mean, I know a
Logan,
lot of random shit. I'm just saying.
I am telling the group in front of everyone. Anyone, if it rings any bells, it'd be good to know.
No, there's none of you that would pick up anything from it.
Yeah, I was like, I can't imagine I would think of anything.
Well, I guess we'll have to find out as we go.
Seems we have some sort of helper about us.
That's what I said as well. Only time will
Miriam.
tell.
What?
I agree. The sooner the better.
A change of tone.
You look nervous.
This body, I mean, we don't want anything to happen at this point, right?
Well, sure, but whoever did this clearly could have done something to us and chose not to, right?
It seems so. They would have had to been stealthy to surprise someone. Like
It could be tied to any such things. It doesn't seem like it might be tied to the family, but it might be. Who knows? I mean, why would they kill one of their own? But I don't know.
And unfortunately, they only left the person's own weapon. Can't find out who they might be.
And as for killing their own, I'm sure the family does that all the time.
He just like looks at the stab wound, and he's just like remembering earlier today. He's just like, I woke up and I wasn't stabbed through. Weird.
Crazy.
Wasn't me.
We're
Avi
burning
did
daylight.
this.
Let's get into town.
Onward.
As we walk, Avi will just gently take Miriam's hand, just kind of wordlessly, but just take his hand, not saying anything.
All right. You guys heading to town?
We do.
Okay. As you do, are you making your way directly to the Sun Keep?
I don't think we have any business in town. I think we got most of our soft supplies we needed.
We were supposed to meet them at noon, right?
Get food or something in town.
Sure.
Eat breakfast and then go.
All right. If you guys head to the House of Plenty, you would find that Mercury is not there. And if you were to inquire as to why, though you would know the answer, you would know that they are currently in attendance with the Solar Tribunal at the Sun Keep. For the sake of delineation, the pathway to it is pointed out to you. People make reference to a slope that goes up the cliffs towards the two major structures that are on the second tier of the city, which are the Sun Keep and the Valkyrie Gate. The larger of the two is the Sun Keep. This place is told to you to be... Where are you? It's called the Sunrise Slope. It's a fairly open path that leads up. You guys get food, you replenish yourselves, you get water, clean clothes if you need them. And again, for the purposes of delineation, as around 11 rolls around, you guys make your way towards the Sunrise Slope?
Yep.
Alright, as you do. As you guys approach this rising path that leads to the cliffs above Pezodromos, a hot wind disturbs nearby trees, scattering dry leaves upon the ground around you. As it passes, there is this reflective shimmer of rainbow light that passes overhead as three figures, Nephilim, descend from above, each of them with their prismatic wings out and extended. Two of them bear armor that match the Nephilim that you guys had seen before, the Fault Knight that came whenever you had wanted to fetch Theodosia. Two of them seem to be dressed in that armor, but the third appears to be a woman who stands in front of the other wearing armor that is modified. A blue robe is underneath it that has the golden astrological patterns that you would associate with Nephilim sewn into it. Their characteristically silver hair falls down to about their waist in the back, is tied into several braids in the front. There's an orangish red hue to their eyes and the underside of their hair. They immediately command a greater presence than those around them. When they land, the other two land in such a way that they're almost in attendance to this third figure who strikes the ground. Despite this, there is a somewhat gentle aura to this individual as they land, knee bent down, hand down to catch them as their momentum drives them into the ground, and then as they stand, the other two remain in this bowing position, as you guys see this individual standing in front of you.
Oh, hi.
They raise up the halberd that they are carrying. They strike it, holding it upright beside them, and they begin.
I am Stocidi, leader and member of the Fault Knights, overseer of the Valkyrie Gate, and member of the Solar Tribunal. I have been tasked with escorting you to the Sunkeep Starlight Garden, where the Tribunal's convening to discuss your business here. Theodosia, Mercury, and Atlius await your arrival. Shall I escort you?
If you would, please. Thank you.
You see this individual looks to you, Fenris, as you speak up, and their eyes seem to move up and down the armor that you're wearing. They don't seem to
every moment of it.
They don't express any great opinion of it necessarily. When they look over your armor, they don't show any disgust or contempt, but they do seem to take note that you are wearing the armor you are wearing, and you know why that's relevant at this point. They turn. The other two Nephilim that are with them, they stand and they lift back up off the ground, flying with the group, but not remaining with you, whereas Tocidi's wings vanish behind them. They turn, and as they walk, they do not beckon you to follow. They simply expect that you will.
And we do.
Yes.
Okay.
It is an honor to wear armor that has history, that has such origins. Here, I noticed that you happen to notice my dressage.
Any leader of the Fault Knights who does not recognize one of the armor sets of one of our Valkyries would be ashamed of themselves. The armor you wear is of great importance. I assume it must be a discarded set that made its ways into the hand of mankind long ago. I shall presume that you have done it proud.
I believe so. I certainly have tried my best to.
As you guys continue to move forward, you pass up the cliffs, walk along a short path that leads to this castle. You pass into a large castle. To be more precise, it seems more like a restoration of an older castle. The structure looks to have once fallen into disarray. There are chunks of it that are broken, but a lot of effort seems to have been put into restoring select sections of it that would be in use. As you pass through it, though, as you enter into a main hall that leads into the core of this castle, you see that there are entire collapsed wings, broken towers, hallways that are falling apart by the ravages of perhaps some ancient conflict or disaster. But the main areas appear to have been refurbished. New carpets appear to be in areas. There is a distinct separation between the areas these people clearly care about and the areas that they have simply chosen not to pay heed to. As you are led by Stocidi and the Fault Knights, you're brought into a main central chamber, what looks to be a throne room, a massive, sprawling room that has ceremonial pillars, decorative pillars that are set up as if to hold the ceiling up, and at the end of it, of this long hallway, is a throne that is elevated above the rest of the room slightly, but this throne is the only thing in this room that has not been maintained. It looks like it is giving into the ravages of age, as if this throne is not cared for, as if it is not a concern. At the top of this room, there is a massive, brilliant skylight that is letting in the mid-noon sun from above. As you enter, you see there is another Nephilim woman wearing armor that is similar, but instead of a halberd, she's carrying a great bow, who is standing just on the edge of the circle of light produced by this skylight, as if in wait. Her expression seems to brighten as all of you arrive, and though when she sees Stocidi and the others, acts with more familiarity, with a warmth that is uncharacteristic of someone who is regarding their superior, They do remain silent. They give us a quick bow and they remain silent. As you guys reach the center of the room, DoolerJCD turns.
Might I ask how many of you are incapable of flight? We Nephilim so often take for granted our mastery of the sky, and access of the Starlight Garden is not possible on foot without a great deal of effort. My advisor, Hecatiel, can assist any who require it.
I believe all of us but 3 cannot fly. Unless, I assume, Flux, you'd be willing to use your boots.
Oh, of course.
Lexi can as well, using her scarf.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So 4.
I could use magic, but just myself or somebody else.
We can
would
help
prefer
you.
to-
There's no reason for you to put yourself out if you don't want to. Expend any resources that you don't wish to.
I would appreciate that.
Thank you.
So, I ask again, how many of you are incapable?
I don't know how to fly.
Nor I.
So it is Vogan, me, Fenris,
Me, Fenris, hi.
Miriam,
And Sunder.
Sunder.
Hey,
I think it is. I believe it is.
if you're
those
gonna
4.
carry me, you might need 2 of you.
I'm back, sorry.
Lexi should receive help as well.
I'm
They
a
might
big
as well not
boy.
expend their flight just yet.
I agree. So 5 of us.
I believe
Cannot
Lexi's flight
fly.
is something they can just do. It's not a...
I think it
just takes their bonus action repeatedly.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like you said, I can for traveling and stuff.
I'll
I
try
can just
things like
kind of
for combat
activate
as
it
well.
over and over and
Yeah.
over again. But when it's in combat, it's a very fucking.
Were we flying?
specific thing.
So you guys entered into
Somewhere.
a castle. You entered into a large, effectively throne room. This massive audience chamber, and there's a giant skylight that they wish to ascend through to reach the Starlight Gardens. But the Nephilim can fly everywhere, so they build their things with allowance for that. You guys can't fly, so they're like, "Who needs help up there?" And so far, it looks like it's Vogan, Sunder, and Fenris.
Yes.
And Miriam?
And Miriam.
And Miriam.
So 4 of us.
All right. To that effect, the 2 Fault Knights that had come with them descend down. One of them offers Miriam their hand, offers for them to put their arm around them to try to fly. Similarly, the other one comes to and offers to carry Vogan up. Hecatiel, the woman that was waiting, steps forward, and they would look to Sunder and look over towards DoolerJCD, and they briefly think to themselves about what to do.
I believe that I will wait until there are more hands ready. I would not wish to do you harm on the way up.
Aviana will just raise her hand. I could assist with Sunder if need be. My wings are rather strong.
I'm not sure that even between the 2 of us, we would be able to do so.
Would you like me to shrink you so you'll be easier to carry, Master Sender?
We should try not to expend resources.
I mean, if you want to, you could make me into a tiny little dog boy.
I will
That does
take
sound
note
wonderful.
of the bracers that Aviana has started wearing.
Oh yeah, I'm a strong bitch, aren't I?
I believe
I did take account of
Aviana-
that.
But he's
Flying,
also
carrying that
large
weight is a
and
different thing
through.
than lifting that weight.
Yeah.
As
No,
everybody's
that's why I didn't
talking
consider
about-
it. I was thinking about my wings.
As everybody's talking about this, I'm just gonna go.
What was up?
Are
As
you
I look
also
over
unable to
toward-
fly? You did not speak up.
No, it's. Didn't you know that Sunder could fly?
What are you doing?
I assume at some point you are going to
you-
cast fly on.
I'm just gonna go over to Sunder.
Yeah.
I'm going to touch Sunder.
No,
And-
I've never been able. As you touch him and as you presumably cast fly, he's like, no, I've never been able to. I'm unfortunately, I'm not
He's
like
a
you.
flying dog. Look.
As he says this, like a PNG being lifted up on a screen, he starts lifting and rotating slowly. It's like, oh no, no! Whoa! What's going on?
Yeah, well.
Thunder, you can control
I
it.
reach up
He's so
and I try
humble.
to. I catch one of his feet and I hold him.
He's so humble. He doesn't want to let everyone know his prowess.
Don't let me fly away.
I'm not
I
going
also
to
cast
let you go.
I also cast it on myself so I can fly faster.
Nice.
Is it just on the two of you?
Who else couldn't do anything?
Fenris, Miriam, Vogan.
Miriam and Vogan are already picked up, so I'll also touch Fenris.
Okay.
I am going to, like, join him in the sky and, like, guide Sunder the whole time. Very nicely, like, her hands on his shoulder.
Okay.
His shoulders leading him.
I will fly without my wings for a bit, and then halfway up in the sky, I'll make my wings appear.
The others of you are picked up and carried by the Fault Knights that are with them and carried up. You do so. You guys ascend up through the skylight, which there's a bit of a shaft leading up for about 50, 60 feet before it emerges upwards. And ascending through this heavenly skylight, you emerge to something that you didn't necessarily expect to see atop a castle. There is a small grove of trees that are growing out of the stone. Oak and willow trees that seem to have embedded their roots in the stone against all odds, and patches of grass are growing across it as well. Despite there not being anything to properly root to, it appears that vegetation has taken hold here. As you guys fly up, and you briefly are 20, 30 feet above the ground, beyond the trees, you see a view of the entirety of Pezodromos, this ancient city kept alive by the Nephilim, of Kaidamonis Bay, and of all 8 of the Old World markers that are equidistantly spread out across the city and the cliffside. You can even see the shores of the bay, the distant shores of the mainland from up here. At the center of the castle, as you guys rise up, you see that there is what looks to be an amphitheater, this bowl-like theater that descends down into the center, surrounded by similar pillars. It kind of gives you the same sort of vibe as when you found Gelfus's workshop. It has a very similar construction, but not nearly as elaborate. It appears to be surrounded by pillars, stone benches, and looming over one side of this amphitheater is another statue of the Hattisland god Vestius, once again depicted in her Fate Watcher aspect. At the center of it, as you guys come back down and land, you manage to see the familiar faces of Theodosia and Mercury waiting by this reflective pool of water at the center of the amphitheater. And you are brought down, you are released. The Fault Knights that are with Stocidi put their hand on their fist, they bow, and then those that do not need to be there take off. The woman that has been referred to as Hecatile, she remains by the skylight as if in attendance. There's a nod from Stocidi towards her, and Stocidi begins making her way towards the amphitheater area. Once again, not beckoning you to follow, but you feel this expectation that you should.
Well, any type of expectation on me, and I'm gonna follow it.
All
Just
right.
kind of following.
I'll make
behind.
sure to guide the spiraling PNG of Sunder toward it.
Yeah, of course I'm guiding him still. I got like a hold of his
Sunder
foot.
T-posing through the sky.
Yeah,
we need a vote in
got a
chat to
hold
have
of-
Logan change his image to Thunder. I'm playing.
I have one of his toe bean feet. Holding it.
One of his toe beans.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
Just to
he's a
give you an
balloon.
idea of what the area looks like. Gonna throw all of you onto a map. This is one of the rare times I made one purely just for visual
He's
reference.
gonna kill us.
No,
Yeah,
we're gonna die up here.
Give that a sec to load in. There you go.
He says visual reference, and then he brings out the fucking dragon.
There are some
He
aura
says
effects
calm game.
that are going a bit bonkers. Are those gonna stop? Okay, I need to get everybody off the map right now.
Okay.
Map
Everybody
explode.
run!
Get the fuck out.
Nimrick, your aura appears to just be rapidly adding itself to everybody over and over and over and over and over again.
I came into today's game choosing to be a problem. I understand.
We're
Isn't that how you walk into every game?
Nimrick, why?
Taguchi's not here to do it, so Nimrick had to step up.
Yeah.
Carrying the torch.
It's not even
Aura
on you.
buddies.
I've basically like headcanoned myself that the reason I have this aura is because I miss Taguchi so much.
I'm gonna delete it. You guys just need to remember that you have it because it just did some weird stuff.
Yeah, don't worry about it. My aura, we'll bring my aura back for a later time.
One sec, I'm going to spend the next 4 years getting rid of all these effects.
Makes sense.
Well, since you don't plan to do violence on us, an aura wouldn't be much of a concern.
An aura?
No, but they are
Logan.
making a meal out of everyone's combat tracker entry, and I don't like it.
I
don't like it.
I like giving you a hard time.
Rude.
Congratulations, you give me a hard time all the time.
All right, all right.
Damn.
Also, is this just while we have a lull in things? Is that just like the stealthiest fucking orc of all time, or what?
You go.
Yeah. Why'd you piss off a servant?
Why'd you do that?
Yeah, man.
Oh, he fucking is in armor. We heard him for briefly, and then when he wanted us not to hear him anymore, it was gone.
Why did like Mother Tier hate you so bad that she became a planeswalker, traversed to Somnus Domina,
Mother Tier,
along with their servant from the Sun Song War, to kill you specifically?
It's a lot of hoops to jump through because she fucking hates you.
Oh, she hates Nimrick.
I hate it. I liked that person until they one-shot me.
Yeah.
And then I screamed a lot and died.
Let's see if this works again. If I put Nimrick on the map, good. No aura. Very good. Very good. Good boy, Nimrick.
I like this map. I can see it.
Oh, because at least one of us is on it. We can see it.
Yeah, so you guys are good. You can see it now. That's all that matters. Ooh. I genuinely do not have combat planned here. I just have the map, so I'm using it. Hey, you guys can try to fight somebody if you want to. So as you guys do so, you see by the reflective pool in the center, which as you get closer, you can tell is no more than like ankle deep. You see Theodosia and Mercury talking amongst themselves as you approach and as you come over the crest of the theater, which dips down at its lowest point. It is about 15 feet down compared to the upper layer. So each of these distinct little platforms, the like second one down would be like 10 feet down, then the third one down would be like 15 feet down. As you guys come in and you see them, Theodosia turns, kind of nonchalantly waves over to you. Mercury looks much happier to see you in general. They seem like they're just happier than most people overall. They don't give a very large wave, but they do put their hands up and kind of shyly, like shy smile, looks at their hand, looks back at you as if they maybe smiled weird, and then they put their hands back in front of them and clasp them together.
You did smile weird.
Oh, darn.
Oh.
It's okay, I'm sure no one noticed.
Hard.
By the way, I don't mean to impose, but Fenris, it is Mercury.
Damn.
What?
When you responded to me the other day, you called me Mercury. I didn't want to waste any more magic to have anybody tell you that. So I thought I'd wait. I just wanted to be clear, because I may have not introduced myself properly. I am Mercury.
I am not...
You're so slip of the brain tongue.
I am not gifted with gab.
It's okay. I just wanted to make sure I hadn't said anything wrong when we met.
No, you said you have done nothing wrong. I've slighted you for no reason. I am so sorry.
I forgive you.
Thank you. Fenris is gonna like go rest her head on Lexi's shoulder.
She's really having to lean down there, huh?
In shame. She is really embarrassed.
Lexie's still flying, that's why you're able to do it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm floating along. I just have my head on your back, like, for a moment.
It's okay, Pat.
But we got your message all the same, so we're here.
Indeed. And I hope that today's talk can be productive. I believe we have much to talk about. I must say we were very surprised whenever we heard that there was, whenever one of the Fault Knights returned with the body of one of the family members. We had suspected some of them might still be lurking around. But I had all the same hoped that it wasn't true.
We are sorry about your ally, the one that they had pretended to be. However, all of the ones involved that had attacked us are now deceased. If that is any sort of comfort.
I would not say that there is any situation where the death of others brings me any kind of comfort. But knowing our suspicions were correct, that is... I suppose that's good. It's a pity that, though we did not know them well, we could not help that Nephilim, whose home they took. Did you find a body?
No, we didn't find sign of life, besides what was meant to poison us. It didn't seem like anyone had stayed there, from what we could tell.
I see. We are currently awaiting the arrival of Atlius. I'm not sure how much help that we can be on our own.
JCD at this point walks up and past you guys, and though they don't descend down into the amphitheater, they walk around to the edge. They slam the bottom of their halberd down as if planting themselves in a space to watch over the amphitheater opposite the side of the statue. And they seem to simply wait. Theodosia looks over to you guys.
Whatever it is you guys got to say to us today, you'd better make it worth it. It's actually very hard to get this kind of a meeting together for people that aren't from here. We don't actually have them that much at all, really. Ever.
Well, that seems like a waste. This space is amazing.
Oh, the space is used.
Oh,
this place is open to the public, as long as they can make it up here.
Yeah, I just want to throw on a robe and discuss philosophy and ethics here. Put on a play.
Oh, that is precisely what we do here.
Oh,
you see them smile. That's perfect.
No.
You see a brief refraction of rainbow light, prismatic light up above you, and you just hear a voice calling down, "Indeed, that is exactly what this place is for." The others look up, and you see descending down in front of the statue, a cloaked figure. They don't have the hood of it up, but they are wearing what appears to be a cloak over another. They seem to have a somewhat more aged appearance compared to other Nephilim that you've met. They descend from up above, wearing a fur cloak over another. They have the Nephilim's trademark star signs along their clothing. They have the symbol of Vestius appears to be on the back of two gloves that they're wearing. You see two large collars rise up from the clothing that they're wearing, one of them inlaid with fur. Their hair is cut short on the sides, upturned in the front. There is a light lavender hue to their eyes and the underside of their hair. And their silver hair descends down into a beard that frames a seemingly unmoving but not rigid face. As they land, their prismatic wings vanish in a flash of rainbow particles, accompanied by a flutter of their several layers of clothing, as you see this individual. Come on, you. Load. I may not have shrunk it. As you see this individual...
Oh!
Whoa!
I love them. I love them so much.
I also love them. Oh my god.
As they stand, they plant their feet firmly on the ground. Welcome to Pezodromos, and to our Starlight Garden. This place is meant for those who seek community, guidance, and perspective. And so it is best suited to be where the Tribunal holds audience, under the gaze of our twisted goddess, our Lady of Secrets, the Red Storm, Vestige. He turns his hand up towards the statue behind him. We invite you to speak your mind here. I am Atlius, oldest of the Nephilim in the Cauldron and the voice of the Grand Sorceress within the Cauldron. I am a conduit for that voice. And I know of you through her words. I believe that you have already met our Guildmaster, Theodosia, who carries the weight of responsibility of managing our artistic and cultural efforts and needs. You have also spoken to Mercury, Arconia Phylacus. His role among us is to see to Arconia, birthplace of our new Nephilim. And the woman who brought you here, that is Stocidi, who manages our protection through the Fault Knights and our Prisma Guards. The only one of our tribunal I'm afraid I cannot introduce you to is Kalatis, our lore keeper, and our attendant of the Temple of the Eight Remain. I believe that his absence is related to why you are here.
You're correct.
We come bearing news of his whereabouts as well.
I welcome any such news.
To perhaps ask for aid from the tribunal as well.
Aid from us.
Fenris would kind of look to the group. She doesn't want to speak for anyone, but she'll continue. Your lore keeper is possibly held hostage by a group of Kaijo, I believe they're called. The reptilian race that seem to race about.
She's right. From what we understand, the ones that took your missing member left them with the largest of them. The most powerful.
Val Tanitrum.
Yes.
Yes, we already know.
Oh.
I apologize if you had asked around and not heard about this. The tribunal has kept it mostly secret. In fact, I believe that you recently returned on a boat accompanied by one of those who brought the news back to us. We are aware that your family has taken Kalatis from us, and that, according to the scouts we sent to find out what's happening, once they were done with him, they turned him over to the Kaijo of Rexfang Wall. They did this for some reason to incite the Kaijo, to try to slow down any who may pursue them. We do not know what they're after, your family, but the loss of our lore keeper, to Val Tanitrum, it bodes badly.
I want to delay things as long as possible. The current schedule we understand that they're on is that they are going to attempt to leave with artifacts from one of the vaults by the next Night of Blind Queens.
I see. That would explain why they took Kalatis. He is privy to much information that most of us do not have. He knows exactly where many ancient things that were hidden within the cauldron are, as is his station. There are any number of things they might have pulled out of him.
We intend to stop them. We also wouldn't want to see them get hurt due to the people from the outside attempting to play with things beyond their understanding.
And so you would propose to try to rescue Kalatis?
Yes, but we would require some degree of aid getting either to them or in expediting our ability to track down the others. If your scouts can find them, that would help us a lot and cut down on our long-winded search.
In regards to sending help with you, our Prisma Guards and our Fault Knights are currently standing by to ensure that no attacks on the city come into play. We have, with our lore keeper taken, with a member of the tribunal stolen away from us, We worry about more attacks from those who may have remained behind, and the attack on you, the reason we're meeting, confirms our fears. Most of our forces are going to be spent for at least the next few days combing the city to make sure everything is as it should be.
A guide, then, maybe? I also have a suggestion. I'm wearing a necklace currently that obscures my position from anyone who would try to divine it. But it carries a caveat that the people who gave it to me, the ones we're currently seeking, can use the very same object to determine my location effectively at will.
That's a curious caveat.
It's been a bit of a problem, and I think how they've been ambushing us so frequently, I think it's safe enough to tell people about it in at least a more secluded circumstance like this. I would propose that perhaps one of your scouts or fault knights take this necklace and mislead them. This would be dangerous, though, obviously, as it would invite any degree of ambush. They would assume that whoever carries this is me.
Stacidi speaks up.
In regards to getting something like that as far away from you as possible, we absolutely could do that. I could send any number of us, likely one of our Fault Hawks, to take that away. As long as you're certain that that would have any kind of effect on what you're trying to do.
I would think it would allow us to move without them being able to get in our way so easily. We've had many waiting for us, even by the time we got here. Let alone by the time we reached Pezodromos, they knew we were here and knew exactly where to find us. I feel like...
Go ahead.
I feel like it will do more harm than good on me right now.
Mercury speaks up.
Even if that's the case, we can't expect to send them into the heart of Xyla, and Valtenitrum is not something that should be taken so lightly. These people managed to take on a few of the people from outside, the family that they're chasing, but they don't know what they're up against with the Kaijo.
Stacidri bangs their halberd upon the ground.
Unfortunately, I have to concur with that. The Kaijo they are the greatest enemy that we have here. For unfortunate reasons. They are not... You probably assumed them to be barbarians, and if you fought some of them, they were likely just scouts. If you plan to go after Kalates, you would need a small army.
Perhaps. What do you think, highest standard? My associates on the Tribunal are unaware of exactly what you have accomplished outside. But one of my jobs is to speak with, for, and be a prophet for our Grand Sorceress Vestius. And I happen to know of some of the things you've encountered already. So I ask you, do you think that you could act in place of a small army if you were to try to rescue Kalates?
Compared to a regular standing army, I'd give us a 50-50 shot.
Depends on what kind of day we're having, but we've been known to cause what seemed to be a small siege.
A point of personal curiosity. Has Vesty said nice things about me?
So to know exactly what the family has got and what they intend, we should get Kalates back immediately. If you wish to commit to that, that means that you will have to retrieve him from Xyla at Rexfang Wall. As I mentioned, we had sent scouts there. This location is in the northeastern reaches of the Cauldron, in a land better suited to the wild ways of the Kaijo. There, you will find a mountain range called the Rexfang Wall, and at its peak is the home of the Kaijo, the place that we refer to as Xyla. They are led there by Valtenitrum, who stole an ancient golden axe from our former Fault Knight commander long ago and used it to seize control of his own. We have been battling them for over 100 years, as they have repeatedly attempted to siege our settlements, thinking we are hiding yet greater secrets and weapons. He and the other Kaijo They will not surrender the Lore Keeper without some great show of force. And though we have taken great pains to ensure that we do not violently attack them, as we do not wish them harm, if we can help it, I cannot imagine a way that you would take them back without defeating Valtenitrim himself. And he is not the type to give up before he draws his last breath. But you fought the one that is known as Tenebros.
Yes.
Individually, certainly a greater threat than Val. We can give you clear directions and the means to make your way there quickly. And then, as it would not be difficult for us to catch up with you, we can try to arrange for a guide to come along and help you on the latter parts of your journey.
That would be ideal.
You see, he looks over towards DCD. You would have to take my word for their capabilities, though. They close their eyes, as DCD does, and they open them again.
I am still not terribly comfortable giving any of our resources to them. Our Lady Vestius may speak of them as being capable, but there are a lot of factors. For example, if there were to be planar activity here, would they even know how to deal with it, with the unexpected terrain? This place is not like the outside. To travel the cauldron is not as simple as having the ability to slay one simple dragon, archfiend or no. I would be more comfortable if you could offer some kind of proof of your capabilities.
What do you suggest?
I could not say. We value the capabilities of the individual. We encourage people to think for themselves. We live long lives, unaffected by the cultures outside the cauldron, and so we spend a great deal of time honing ourselves, trying to become better, so that when we turn our qualities back to the abiding heart, we pass on only that which is good. So, I encourage you, produce some sort of proof that you are capable of doing this.
If it's about traversing the plains, we've already done it on our way in here. We fell into the shadows that border this place. That's where we retrieved this, and he'll pull out the Tiberius barrel knife.
I also have two things of which it is not entirely proof as to what we did, but the letters that were sent to Fenris could also attain to a person we met there, and my journal here should tell at least the latter half of what we had achieved while we were there.
The mad ravings of some ancient lore keeper or wizard who somehow got into our well of doesn't speak for much. I have heard you try to leverage these. I have heard that they have been brought up several times. Those are tantamount to a joke, behavior. I would have you know.
I am
That's why I also
sorry.
offered my journal as well. But again, not proof, just how would I have come up with something that crazy out of nowhere without knowing you were going to ask this question? If you would like to look through it, you can.
Fenris will also offer up the other interdimensional artifacts that she has, like the jewel.
You are in possession of a great deal of powerful items. But your habit of collecting those, it is
contrary to what you have been made to do.
That is correct. If we offer you guidance through the cauldron, we would be encouraging you to explore this place we have been instructed to protect. At a glance, I'm fine with that. But if the Tribunal is to wholeheartedly endorse you, we must know that you have the strength of character to continue to fight, holding the values of we Nephilim and Vestius, Our Lady of Secrets, higher than any other. We cannot stop you from doing so. This tribunal itself holds no power, really. We are simply a group of people among the Nephilim who speak for the communities and try to make this a better place. We hold no more power than any other Nephilim here. We would not try to fight you if you tried to leave. If you tried to head north and find your own way, we could not stop you. But for this to work, you will need our guidance to move as quickly as possible. Several of you, I notice. You carry idolic armaments.
We'll see for how long.
To carry those to the Eidolons is a sign of a plunderer, one who has stolen from the servants of the divine. They give me pause. Are you worth carrying them, I wonder? I see for you they have already converted into remnants and have decided to adhere to you. Furthermore, he points one of his fingers kind of haphazardly towards Vogan. It would seem to me that your idolic armament, specifically, was from an Idolos that was in service to Vestius. Vogan, right?
Yeah.
Please step forward.
Go, Vogan.
He steps up reluctantly, just like, oh,
like,
God,
oh
I'm
man.
Fucking, it's like getting called on by a teacher, like kind of vibe. Like, oh boy.
You
test today.
You have been entrusted with the power of Orbis Maharaga. I am aware of what that means. It means that you have broken into the vault they guarded, and you either meant to plunder what was inside, or failed to stop another from doing so. Unfortunately, those vaults are beyond the view of gods. The Eidolons specifically ward them from even their own view, so what happened within it is unknown. Can you explain why the guardian of one of my lady's vaults decided to leave you with their power as an idolic armament?
I fought it. And then it turned into a sword, and then I took it.
Yes, that is the stealing bit.
Yeah.
The thing is, normally, idolic armaments fade away after their power's been expended. Sometimes, when the Idolos decides that it wishes to stick with or support whoever it's bound to, the armament becomes a remnant. Yours has done as such. Why has Orbis sided with you?
I don't know for sure. I earned it. The sword shattered in my hands, and then it turned into this mask after I was determined to not vanquish but defeat my foe.
Is that it? You earned it through a show of strength.
I don't know.
Do you rely on your strength, Vogan?
Vogan, ask it. Ask it.
Yes.
Do you believe that your strength of character and your physical power are connected?
I don't know.
Curious.
Strength is something I've always had. But character, no.
That's not
I
a
would
terribly
speak to
good
Vogan's loyalty. I believe the fight, if I remember right, that had bound himself to him was against the former pupil of Vogan's current master.
Spite of many things, but honor was among them.
Vogan is, at least in my experience, I apologize for speaking out of turn, but Vogan is unwavering in his pursuit of growth and to change. He's always willing to learn from what I've experienced, and perhaps Orbis saw that.
Would you say that you are the strongest among your friends?
No.
Oh, who would that be then?
All right, I'm right here.
Shut the fuck up.
When you say strength, do you mean physical or
whatever would help you survive?
Well, they're all more powerful than me then. They're all stronger than me. The only thing I'm good at is swinging a sword.
Yeah, but why do you swing it, Vogan?
So you're the weakest of them?
Yeah.
Stacidi, I believe I have an idea. If Vogan is in fact the weakest among them, and their survival is what we're concerned with, then why don't we put to test the weakest link? You see her raise up the halberd. No longer having it standing straight up, she swings it off to the side. What do you say, Vogan? For the trust of the Nephilim, would you spar with our head of the Fault Knights?
I would be honored.
If you are in fact the weakest link, and you prove yourself to be capable, then that speaks well of all of your compatriots. I would also like to see what Orbis Maharaga looks like in action, and how it is handled by one who has seized a small, but nigh inconsequential fragment of my lady's power.
I will do this.
Stacidi begins walking around the edge to the stairs that lead down and begins walking down towards the center area.
I'll abide by this. If you manage to impress me, we will offer you the help that you are looking for.
Thank you. He will then he will summon Orbis Maharaga, the sword.
Woo! Go, Vogan!
I hope I live up to any expectations. Little effect on me. Oh, Jesus. Errors for days.
What's happening with your errors?
I'm trying to drag the effect button, but it's not working. So I'm going to drag the text. Yeah.
As she goes down, as she steps into the reflective water pool at the bottom to match you, her wings appear, and yet she stays on the ground. You see that as her wings appear, they seem to crest down a bit. They tilt and fold in around her. You can immediately tell this is a pretty deliberate gesture to show you she does not plan to make use of her ability of flight during this battle.
Appreciate it.
As light is caught upon her wings and reflects into the pool below you, you find the light scatters about, and there is a light rainbow hue that seems to get caught across the entirety of the water. And due to a combination of the fact that we just passed 3 hours, that we're having issues with effects that I believe will already have been fixed because Mad Nomad said that he was going to push an update. And with us about to get into an encounter, I believe that on that note, on this test of character and strength on Vogan's part, I think we're going to end for today.
Oh my god.
You got this, buddy.
Cool, you can prep, you can plan. It's gonna be fine.
I'm
You
getting
can do it. Got this.
I'm getting glass crown vibes.
Oh.
All right, Mr.
like
one of the
my
most
fight
dangerous
lady.
motherfuckers in that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, fuck you, dude.
Like, I'm the weakest. I'm like, all right, Stinky.
Means emotion.
I'm the weakest. Look at Merriam. He's so strong. Watch this. Lift sword. Merriam explodes. He's so powerful.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
He makes a house out of magic.
Listen, if like all of us as a collective are being judged on how strong Vogan is, and he's like, no, I'm a weak little weenie, he's gonna make us all look terrifying. It's a good plan. It's a good fucking plan.
Why do you think I didn't say
We're gonna hustle
anything?
these guys.
Yeah, man.
All right.
If they are satisfied, that is all that is important.
Never be satisfied.
No, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. You got this.
All right. Time to run some credits.
Oh shit.
We definitely had more to do
game,
today, but
Logan.
I didn't expect a
thank you
whole
for
conversation about
game.
how we're gonna fucking dive bomb Fierna in 2 hours. So
That timetable really moved up.
Really did.
I have sat here I have had no personal expectation. I've been sitting here like it could happen in 100 sessions. It could happen any given session. I'm ready to go
happen
whenever.
tomorrow.
Yeah, like
Any moment.
I am not in control of that and never intended to be.
I was playing the slow. I was playing a slow game. That's what I kind of talked to Miriam about a little bit a few games ago. But also, as soon as that gemstone showed up, I'm like, oh, leverage, potential something to do something with. Let's go.
Nice.
I can and will stab you at any point. Give me an excuse, man. Avi will not hesitate.
I just needed a way to talk to everybody with that while also proving that I'm not trying to steal from you.
So I stole something from you.
I didn't know it was my. Technically, Avi was the one trying to steal.
All
and that
right.
Yeah,
was
but that's
awesome.
I don't know if
brand for
anyone
me.
in this party would
And
see
that
it
was
like
awesome, and I'm so happy it happened the way it did.
Yeah, man.
I sent Logan a message about that a long time ago. He responded to me like with it recently, and he's just like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm like,
My exact thing was like, I'm pretty sure Flux is going to try to identify that, so I think the jig is going to be up immediately. But sure.
And I sent back. Oh, I know it's gonna show up immediately. Does not matter. I just need to slip it inside of Flux. Inside of Flux.
Inside of Flux.
Whoa!
I choke him. He chokes on it. I mean now.
Just put it in a little coin slot on the back of Flux's head.
I mean now it's inside of Flux.
All right.
It's true.
Thanks,
Oh my
Cody.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, just trust me.
No.
No.
When you say it
I don't
like that.
think I will.
I don't know. It
I'm
sounds
gonna
like my plan to
fucking
make you want
die.
to team up and us worked out.
You're gonna die. I'll die right now.
I'm gonna also die again.
It's
We're all
fine,
gonna
Vogan.
die.
If you die, you'll come back as a wind elf.
I'll be a lemure.
I hope I get to be an owl bear.
Nice.
No, everyone is wind elves now.
Already an elf.
Noise.
Wind elves have wings.
Yeah.
I
take
suddenly
that.
want to be a wind elf. Go.
Well, you should have died then, huh? That's your fault.
Fuck.
I'll try harder next time, Cody.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah,
People
that's
at home.
right.
Next week we will be resuming with this conflict between DoolerJCD and Vogan. A fight where the points are made up and don't matter. Hit points are just a concept. Heckin', we don't really have much to announce beyond that those of you who want to stick around for our UBW abridged. If you're watching this back on YouTube, it's not here, but it'll be on the Project Mouthwash YouTube by this point, so go there.
There is one thing to announce. I know.
These nuts?
Hayden...
Ooh.
All right.
Go ahead.
Hayden, don't you have new dice on the patron?
No, those sold immediately.
Oh.
Damn.
Jeweler box.
Hey, we're not
So
announcing,
not
we're
shocked,
bragging.
yeah.
No, just bragging about
I
it.
say immediately, no, Dooler messaged me yesterday and I'm gonna be shipping them out on Monday because I am no
Sick.
longer leaving the state
yeah.
because I'm a sick bitch and they're letting me do it remotely.
That's nice of them.
Yeah,
Very
man,
nice of
I may have had a little cry about it because I thought I wasn't gonna get to do it. But yeah, I'm working on the new dice. I'm giving myself a couple. I was getting really far on them, but I'm giving myself a couple days off to just be a sick bitch.
That's good.
Good.
That's a good.
That's a good call. Let yourself
I
forget.
might. Yeah, I might still not be able to stream on Wednesday, so we'll see how I feel.
That is entirely fair. We can talk.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. But yeah, no, dice are in the works. If you're waiting on your order, they have been shipped out. I will send out tracking numbers as soon as I take a nap.
That makes sense.
Take a nap.
Just gonna throw
Like
some.
fucking Hamilton. Take a break.
Yeah.
Spencer.
Take a nap. Yeah.
Spencer, what we need to do next round, next game,
Yeah.
is in the start of the game, I'm just gonna be like, oh, this isn't fair. Vogan, he's way too powerful. Here, I'll take him down a notch for you. Shoot lightning at you, and then then you'll have to, you just have to pretend like you're hurting though. You have to,
With my 5 charisma, I think I can do it. I think I can lie effectively.
That's right, and don't make me do it again.
I got a new thing that I don't know if I can subtly use to help you.
Uh-oh.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
What?
Probably
you don't
not.
know.
Man,
It's
these people who are trying to
fine.
trust us, here,
Look,
let's blatantly lie to them.
All I see is this is a way. This is a way for Spencer to get some XP on his own.
Yes, exactly.
Hell yeah.
I don't think that works.
Do your
think that'll
best.
work.
Do your best and win.
Your chance to catch
You
up.
can do it.
but-
Grind them down into dust.
Oh no.
And then take that dust and turn it into XP.
It's gonna be
I'm
great.
gonna gain 15,000 XP from this fight.
Yeah,
Let's go.
dude.
Hey, you don't know.
Pretty confident.
So people at home, we're gonna cut off the recording. So you two, we will see you guys again next week, my guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I love you.